or out, our flexible 529 prepaid plans will help you pay for it, starting at just $34 a month, so you can plan on giving your child the best future possible. Florida prepaid open enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
You got a service dog?
Actually, he's a deals dog. Since I'm looking for a new car, I trained him to sniff out awesome rates, member discounts, and fast decisions. Cool, huh?
But you know Navy Federal Credit Union has all those things, right?
You're right. He's got the scent. Oh, wait. Nope. That's just the bacon in my pocket.
Apply for a Navy Federal Credit Union auto loan online, at a branch, or on our mobile app. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Message and data rates may apply. Visit NavyFederal.org for more information.
Hi, my name's Charles. On my way to work, I was struck by a tractor trailer. I called attorney Glenn Clausman for help. He got me to really good doctors. I don't think it's right to be bragging on a billboard or TV about getting millions of dollars for getting hurt. However, I will say Glenn Clausman got me a great settlement quicker than I thought possible. I'm very happy with the results, and that's why I'm doing this. Call Glenn Clausman at 407-917-1718. His website is KLAUSMANlaw.com. Car crash, call Clausman.
Office, Winter Park.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 27th. Find a collection site near you at DEAtakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Are you bogged down with constant sneezing, watery eyes, and congestion? Do you get sinus headaches and infections? No one should have to suffer season after season. And thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus, treating your allergies is easier than you think. With personalized treatment plans tailored to your needs and budget, you can say goodbye to allergy and sinus issues for good. Book your appointment today at AspireAllergy.com. Aspire Allergy and Sinus, where relief is just around the corner. AspireAllergy.com.
Lose weight with semaglutide, available in either shots or tablets at Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The news junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Gisele.
It is Friday, April 26, 2024. Lots to get to today, from the short skirt arrest to the bird flu milk panic begins, and a bunch of new Ozempic side effects just dropped. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Sabrina is out. Hello, C-Lane.
Yo.
And Josh is with us.
Ahoy.
And so are you. You can join us on the show. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right in the studio in real time. And this never, ever, ever happens.
What happened?
We got a last-minute message, friends.
Oh.
I'm just dusting this thing off here.
Ooh.
Trying to read
hear
it.
that, Josh? This guy still checks his messages. Oh, my God.
Do. After all these years, I still look at them. This is from a hungover Sabrina. Let's see what she said.
Have a great Friday, you mother...
Yeah, we did it, everybody. Oh, he doesn't have the music?
Hit the button, man.
That's fine. We'll just start off with I mean, I could just toss on something random here, but we don't need to do that. It's Friday, folks. We made it this far.
What a start.
The reason Sabrina is out is not because she's hungover. She may be. We don't know. But we decided to, as a birthday present, give her the day after her birthday off. Generally a thing that happens around these parts. So that's what she's doing today. It's not her getting in any trouble or any other conspiracies that you might have. So there's that.
In fact, we didn't even know if she was going to take the gift.
No, and then I thought, I don't know if it came across this way, but I sent her a message. I said, hey, as one of your gifts for your birthday, we're going to give you tomorrow off so you can just hang out and you don't have to worry about doing the show. And then I was like, well, what if she wants to do the show? And then so I followed up and I'm like, unless you want to do the show. And I didn't hear anything until
7 in the morning,
8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. And she's like, yeah, definitely. So she's enjoying the day off for her birthday, and that's what's going on there. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Detroit, friends, where they had the NFL draft last night. And I don't know if you guys watched any of this, but I guess a lot of people did.
I did not. I think I forgot it was going on.
I don't get this. I don't get it, sports friends out there. I don't get this at all. But there were 275,000 people out there in Detroit watching this live. And to me, it's one of the more boring things that you could watch. It's like, up next, here comes the Los Angeles whoever's, and they're going to make their draft pick. And,
it's like some people find the idea of watching televised sports to be boring, or live sports sometimes. It's your thing. If it's not your thing, I get it. But to take a person like that and try to explain to them that we're not going to watch the sports happen. We're going to watch the people decide who's going to be in the sports.
Yes, and it goes on for a long time. It's like days long that this goes on for. And they'll be like, all right, now the Atlanta Falcons with their pick. And drum roll, please. And then they pick whoever they pick. After the first round, most people don't even care anymore. And they take their eyes off this. But one thing that was very cool was cornerback Terrion Arnold from Alabama, who was picked in the first round by the Detroit Lions. A reminder, they're in Detroit. There's 275,000 Lions fans, you would think, at this event. And when he got picked by the Lions, he was just blown away by the crowd. He'd had a good time with it. There was so many human beings, man. Look at all of those people.
This guy's good. He's going to be popular.
He knows what he's doing. He's like, I'm home. We're going to win a Super Bowl. Let's go. Here we go.
How many people did you say was there in attendance?
This says 275,000 fans swarmed downtown Detroit for the first round. The story that I'm looking at, which is a record over
multiple times the capacity of Ford Field.
Is it really? Jesus, man. Holy cow. It's a lot of people. You can see the crowd at this thing, and they like it. Some of you like it. If you do, if you're a football fan, you like watching the draft, tell me what the excitement comes from. Explain it to me if you don't mind. by going over to thenewsjunkie.com and sending us a dispatch right now. We got tons of stuff to get into, and we will do that in just a moment. All Day Yuckers on Twitch says, I'm a big LA Whatevers fan. The problem is, I mentioned LA, and I was like, it used to be the Rams, I think, and then I thought that maybe they moved somewhere, and I didn't dare wade any further into it, so I stuck with LA Whatevers, although I didn't have to really just tell you that part. I could have left that alone. All right, here we go.
No,
Tips at thenewsjunkie.com.
You really, you're showing your
myself.
Yeah, you're showing your vulnerable side.
Oh, God, I do that too much around here. Joshua, not our Joshua, another Joshua, emails. Unless this is you. Maybe you decided just to send an email into tips at thenewsjunkie.com.
We'll see what I say before I admit
me
to
anonymous.
It. Yeah, that's true. You might want to see what the content of this is. Podcast listener and a few days behind. I have an answer for why kids aren't outside. We did a story the other day. What was it, like 5 to 7 minutes outside is what kids spend?
I thought 4 to 7, but 7 was the maximum of the average.
So the average kid is spending 4 to 7 minutes outside every day, which is crazy. We used to spend 3-4 hours outside on an easy day. It would just be the thing you did. And I said, why is this happening? And his answer is this. Before social media and the internet, the best way for kids to network was to be outside in the neighborhood. If you were inside, you missed out on what was happening. Now, networking for children can be done on their phones and computers, and there's no reason to go outside, which is a fair point, and I think one of the more obvious reasons why this is happening. The other thing is, I just saw for like the umpteenth time, they did a poll, and, look up influencers poll on Google News, if you don't mind, because I don't want to get the number wrong. I think they said like 60 or 70% of kids wanted to be an influencer, like a content creator, as their main job.
More than half of Gen Z.
Okay. So pull that up and see what it says, the actual text of the poll
New
itself.
data from Morning Consult shows the career may continue to grow. According to the report, 57% of people in Gen Z, which is being born between 1997 and 2012, say they'd be an influencer if the opportunity presented itself. That number is virtually the same as in 2019.
Right. Yeah, so all these kids, that's what they want to do for their top job. And when you dice those numbers up, most of them want to talk about video games. And then under that, it's makeup. You know, the younger girls who would like to be an influencer or a streamer or a YouTuber. The reality is, the unfortunate, crushing reality is, these things are very, very difficult to have as a career. There's only so many people that get to be paid that way. And some of you, even though you're very talented, you'll get missed. You'll get missed in the mix, I think. And all these young kids are at home trying to build up their followings. They're trying to get as many Instagram followers as they can.
Rise and grind, baby.
Yeah, get up and grind and start posting stuff online, as they say. Pay, this person's name is actually Pay. Pay emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Sean, here's the issue with TikTok. TikTok is owned by China. I'll stop you there. TikTok is owned by ByteDance. ByteDance operates out of China. China has major influence over every company that operates in China. Okay, back to the email.
Sean, you're wrong. It's owned by China.
TikTok is Shanghai, Sean. Don't forget, all right?
Yeah.
TikTok has influence over their platform. Yes, our social media has the same stuff. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Y'all see this, he says. Yeah, where'd you get that from?
Facebook,
somewhere?
Instagram, Twitter. Y'all see this?
Here's the difference you're not talking about. With American-owned social media, our government can censor and control influence, either via censorship or complete blocking, with the exception of X, since Elon has taken over. This isn't about data. This is about influence only. TikTok can easily influence using the hot button on certain topics. Yeah, there is a button that we learned about over at TikTok that employees can click, and it just makes something go mega viral, which is, I want that button. That's crazy. And I want to hit the button on the most mundane videos that I make. I
feel like sometimes that button gets hit just to piss people off.
Let's just make this one go as viral as can be and make people scratch their heads as to why. Our government, no matter who is in control, wants to be the only entity able to influence society. TikTok, being China-owned, can influence out of American values. He says, this is not a conspiracy theory. Please tell me how I'm wrong here. You have not addressed those issues directly. I'm not saying that you're wrong necessarily, because, of course...
Except for the part where China owns TikTok.
Yeah, you were wrong about that. But I said TikTok, being a company that is, the parent company is in China, could be used to influence things, and it could be used to have Americans' data and use that in different ways. But they don't have to have that. Like, if China wanted the data on Americans, there's so many databases out there. We already give it all up, people. We give them everything. It's out there in the world. They don't need TikTok to do it. Also, there's a project that TikTok is involved in, ByteDance being the parent company. And I forgot what it's called, like Project Dallas or Project Texas or Project something like that. And they're working on a timeline to move every bit of data that is from the U.S. version of TikTok into the United States, where it will be hosted on U.S.-based servers, and there'll be an oversight committee to look at this stuff and see what's done with all of it. I mean, this
beautiful.
This kind of stuff seems. No one really cares about this stuff. This is all dumb stuff. We got bigger problems, bigger fish to fry, as they say. A lot of as they says today.
The fact that the bites are going to be here and not there, though. I mean, just, America wins.
Yeah, another victory for the USA. When we come back, we're going to get to a lot of things on a busy, busy Friday, but I want to talk about the Karen, the skirt, and the arrests. It's a weird one, but we'll see where everybody falls on this one, because it is coming up next in the News Junkie.
Dancing naked around your kitchen is a lot better with your best friends.
Seriously.
I mean...
Why would you encourage that?
Just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
There's slowdowns on State Road 429 northbound approaching Florida's Turnpike's Ramp Junction, and still heavy delays on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. Authorities are still clearing up a couple accidents in the area. Travel with caution. Westgate Drive at Kirkman Road and Donegan Avenue westbound near Smith Street. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Cracker Barrel. It pays to be early, because at Cracker Barrel, you can get early dinner deals weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. That includes their signature meatloaf, home-style chicken, and more, starting at just $8.99. So make tonight an early dinner night.
See the Guests, featuring songstress Lucy Woodward and creative pianist Henry Hay, as they perform classics and originals in Dr. Phelps Center's newest and most intimate music room, Judson's Live, on May 2nd through the 4th. Eat, drink, and discover new artists across all genres in this stylish space inspired by the world's most legendary listening rooms. Order from a menu of unrivaled cocktails and shareable plates while you're here. Get your tickets now to see the Guests May 2nd through 4th in Judson's Live at drphillipscenter.org.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree man-sized drafts.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 27th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hi, I'm Graham Class, host of Technically Speaking, an Intel podcast. Join me for Season 2 as we explore the future of technology evolving today. In each episode, I'll speak with the minds transforming medicine, healthcare, retail, entertainment, personal computing, and more with the help of AI. Join me every other Tuesday and explore the latest technology changing our world today and creating a more accessible tomorrow. Listen to Technically Speaking, an Intel podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
This miniskirt Karen story, and I don't even know if you guys have caught wind of this yet.
Not at all.
Josh?
Nope.
Yeah? Nope. No, okay, good. Because I want to share this with you and have everybody chime in and see what you think, because this is a very interesting video, and that's why it's gone so viral on every social media outlet
Facebook,
you could imagine.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
All of them. And it's all about something that happened at a Japanese steakhouse, Sakura Japanese Steakhouse, to be exact, in St. George, Utah. So in Utah, at this Japanese steakhouse, there is a woman who describes herself as a Utah state employee, right? And she is big mad. This lady is mad. And she's mad because there's some young girl there, and that young girl is dressed in a miniskirt that she thinks is way too revealing, okay? She's like, she doesn't believe that this miniskirt is allowed in public. And she goes up to these girls and confronts them. And I've got some of the video here. Ears up, because I don't know if there's any. I know there was one curse word, but I think I'm past it, all right? I think I'm past it.
Going to make Josh work. All
right?
You know which button's the dump button, right, bud?
It's the one that says dump.
Okay, just making sure. I know sometimes you Sunday morning people get a little, I'm crazy.
I'm intimately aware of the dump button.
All right, here goes nothing. This is this woman. This woman, by the way, her name is Ann Ida Ann Lorenzo. She's 48 years old, and she goes up to these young girls, and she's like, your skirt is out of control, ridiculous. We can't have this.
Ass cheeks hanging out again, I will call CPS.
All right, she said, if I see your ass cheeks hanging out again, I will call CPS, which is Child Protective Services. Now, I'll allow this to be the time when I tell you the girl that she's engaging with here is 19 years old. So you can't call Child Protective Services on a 19-year-old for the outfit that they're wearing. And these other girls kind of gather around. They're like, do it.
Go for it right now. She's over 18. She is 19 years old.
So they just said she's 19 years old. She's over 18. And at some point here, and you can't really see it in this version of the video, at some point, the woman goes over to the 19-year-old and pulls her skirt down. Pulls it down. Not like pantses her, but pulls it down to like cover up more of her body. And I'll give you more details as to what this lady was mad about in a second, because it gets pretty insane. But here's one of the friends right here.
So me and a ton of my friends were at dinner for one of my friend's birthday parties that night at this really nice restaurant in our city, like the nicest restaurant. It's just the best restaurant in my town.
All right,
so it was super busy.
to it.
Saturday night, there was high school dances that night. There was tons of dance groups, tons of people. Like, it's a 2-story restaurant. Like, keep in mind, it's huge. So there was a ton of people in the waiting room.
Oh,
just
my
like,
gosh,
so
get to
many.
it. Some of these young girls are the worst storytellers. God damn.
We were at Olive Garden. I had the breadsticks. She had the Alfredo sauce on the side.
The waiter, his name was Lorenzo. It's just like, get to
He
it.
said,
what
I
happened?
make the spaghetti for the pretty girl.
Right. We know, we get it. You're a young woman. You're at this place. You know, your friend's
I asked
wearing
for
this
a
outfit.
refill. The waiter said no, and then he laughed. Ha ha, just kidding. Here's your refill.
Every little detail.
To see this all go down. And she comes up to my friend and she reaches under her skirt, yanks it down, and then squeezes her sides because she's wearing a crop top. And he's like, you're probably underage. You probably shouldn't be wearing that. Would you just imply that you think she's a minor and you just assaulted her?
All right, so that's one of the friends with their account of what happened here. Now to the story, because the woman who they called Miniskirt Karen she's been arrested for sexual battery, all right? She's been arrested with a sexual battery charge, and this woman was so clueless throughout all of this, it's almost hilarious. In a TikTok video that went viral this week, a woman who describes herself as a Utah State employee can be seen justifying pulling down a teenager's miniskirt in the lobby of a restaurant. While she threatened to call the authorities on the teenager, she is now the one facing criminal charges. In the video recorded at this Sakura Japanese steakhouse, Ida Ann Lorenzo reprimands the teenager. Who are these people who have nothing else going on in your life? If there's somebody wearing, like, let's say somebody was wearing a super revealing outfit, don't look, turn the other way. Don't come back to the restaurant if they're inviting a type of people that you don't want to be around. Like, why make this your thing? Why are you the police? It's like in Saudi Arabia where they go round up people who are showing too much skin.
Yeah.
Super weird. Super, super weird for you to do that. Mind your own business is something that used to be a really big, overwhelming thing that everybody believed in. Mind your own business, and now it doesn't seem to be the way. It doesn't seem to be the case that people believe in that anymore. So she said if she has to see the teen's ass cheeks hanging out again, she'll call Child Protective Services. She later complained to the police that video of the confrontation was posted across various social media platforms, calling her a Karen. Lorenzo, 48.
Oh, that's something we can complain to cops about now?
That's what she wanted to do. She Karened about the Karen video. Lorenzo, 48,
she's the
is
Karen
with sexual battery, and she's facing a single count of a Class A misdemeanor charge. She was booked into jail and has since been released. Now, here's the details. According to a statement of probable cause, Lorenzo reported the incident herself the night it happened, telling dispatch that the teenager had her skirt hiked above her vagina and butt, exposing her pubic hair. Because restaurant staff and parents didn't act, Lorenzo said she took it upon herself to pull the teen's skirt down as young children were present. Later that night, she called 911 again, this time saying a video of the aftermath was posted online, along with her name, insinuating she committed a crime that was sexual in nature. Lorenzo explained that because she holds a position with the state, she felt this was a threat on her life. In an interview with a police officer, she said when she pulled down the teenager's skirt, the girl whom she believed to be a minor ignored her, so she threatened to call CPS to file an indecent exposure report. This is consistent with what appears in the video. The police officer said, why do you think this is appropriate to touch another person? She said, I only touched her skirt. The officer says, that's still criminal behavior. And she goes, oh. Fully unaware that, yanking somebody's skirt down is not something that you should be doing. And now the woman's hit with sexual assault charges, right? Like sexual battery charges, to be exact about this. But how unbelievably stupid. I don't understand the thought process here. Look, I get in moments where there's somebody maybe in public who's acting up, doing something, and I want to yell at them, and I want to say, good God, please stop this. But if I saw this happening, I would go, okay, her skirt is pretty short. Courtney and I would probably talk about it for 5 seconds, and then we move on with our life. Like, I wouldn't go, I must fix this. I must grab onto her clothing and reach up under her skirt. I would never, ever, ever think to do any of that stuff. I'm sure there's somebody out there that agrees with her, though. If you agree or disagree, let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. And we're going to get to some of those in just a moment. We will play your dispatches so you can be on the show with us. But do we need this? That's the question I have for you. Do we need this? You want this?
I don't know.
You don't even know what it is. You better be careful.
I know. I never
Scientists are still pushing for this. Last time they said we were going to do this, I said I don't think it's necessary. But scientists are still pushing for a Category 6 for super mega hurricanes. Yeah, baby. Category 6.
You know what's weird about that is there's another place where they've done this, where they added a thing.
Mm-hmm.
The heat factor, the heat risk factor. They added a color.
What's the next color?
Magenta. So if at one point
it goes beyond red to magenta now.
At one point, the hottest color that you had that was recognized by the National Weather Service and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the hottest thing was red, and they're like, no. It's getting so hot out there. We need a new color, and they added magenta. This is a real thing. So I wouldn't be surprised because the National Weather Service is doing this for temperature. They're sure as hell going to do it for Category 6 hurricanes.
Yeah, this is the climate change industrial complex, friend. That's what's happening here. It sounds more scary if you got a Category 6 or a magenta color. You don't want to be anywhere near that. And so if you get people scared, you can do stuff. And that Category 6.
It probably means, like, if they do define Category 6 for a hurricane, would they, like, retroactively change a bunch of hurricanes that were Cat 5s to the 6 Cat?
Well, have we ever had one? Hold on. At the top was Category 5 for 157 miles per hour or more. I'm trying to see what Cat 6 starts at to see if we've ever had one that high. Because that would be the big question there. All right, I'm bringing this up here. They're talking about how things are hotter, blah, blah, blah. Oh, they used a hypothetical Category 6 with a minimum threshold of 192 miles per hour.
There's definitely been higher ones.
They said they found 5 hurricanes and typhoons that would have met the criteria, and all 5 have occurred within the last decade. They said they're not proposing adding that category to the National Hurricane Center's wind scale, which experts say would require a lengthy process and many partners, but they're hoping to inform broader discussions about how to better communicate risk in a warming world. It's the climate doomers, folks, and Category 6 hurricanes. Maybe they're on the way. I don't know. It could be all hell breaking loose out there as we go to these. Let's see what you got with your dispatches here. Here is Funny Name chiming in. Remember, you can join us just like this over at thenewsjunkie.com right now.
Dear Genius Suits and iHeartRadio, thank you so much for switching to national update nonsense and taking away the local traffic. So I got stuck in I-4 traffic yesterday because I don't hear local traffic updates.
I don't know.
Thank you so much. You are so wise.
I'm gonna vent here just a little bit. Okay, there's a bit of a problem. When we used to just be on the radio on one station back in the day, just one station on the radio, do the radio show. You only had one thing to worry about. You're like, can people hear the show? Seems like people can hear the show. We're doing the show. Everything's good. We're fine. Then it's like multiple radio stations where multiple things can go wrong. Then it's podcasts. Then it's the live stream. Then the live stream, I don't know if you guys know this, is different for people who are in our home market and people who are not in our home market.
On the iHeartRadio app.
Yeah, on the iHeartRadio app. Yeah. they'll get a different stream with like different stuff that's plugged in. So we got to keep on that. Then we got our podcast, and we got to keep on that. And the YouTube stream. And every other thing out there is a part where things can break. That's why the Spotify thing drives me absolutely bananas. Like, how am I supposed to fix Spotify stuff and people over there think we're the dodos for something screwing up? That's where the frustration comes into play. Okay, sorry. End of rant. Sorry that's happening to you. Stick with the show. Forget what happens in between the segments. Here's Daddy Two Times.
Get the Waze app or something, bro.
Yeah, that's a better one anyhow, right? They still got the fun voices on the Waze app. They still got that.
Sometimes.
I think you could do that. I used to have
Samuel Jackson, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, well, Samuel Jackson did the shma.
Uh-huh.
But I think you probably could get him for Waze, too. I think at one time I had Snob Wasson Waze directions.
Oh, really? That's great.
Oh, I remember that. I had that, too.
Here's Daddy Two Times.
What's happening, boys?
Hey.
Like y'all said, right? It's pretty much for college and NFL football fans. If you like either one of those things, the draft is a huge event, right? Because you're hearing stories about all these kids who are going to get life-changing money for them and their families. You're seeing things about what they've done in college. You're hearing about the teams that are about to pick, what their needs are, and if they're doing anything crazy to make it happen. And it's all being broken down by ex-players and, professional analysts and all that stuff.
Okay.
So, you get a little entertainment on the side stories. You get all the football stuff you need. So if any of those are up your alley, it's a good time as far as I'm concerned. I had family there in Detroit, and they said it was freaking nuts.
Let me tell you something. I'm not the guy who's going to come to you and go, this is stupid. No one wants this. When I see a crowd of 275,000 people outside in Detroit watching the draft, I got a brain. I can look at it and go, just because I'm not into this doesn't mean it's not big. That is a big thing. There's an event that's happening here. There's a lot of people who are interested in this. I just don't count myself amongst those people. We'll see how the second round and third round and all those other rounds do. One more. Here's Guitar Slinger.
I'm telling you, at least 70% of the problems in this country could be solved with these simple 4 words, lady.
What?
Mind your own business. And all the rest of you, too. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing and take care of your own business.
Yeah, I just can't imagine seeing a young girl in a short skirt and just going, I must take care of this. That sounds bad.
I've actually thought that plenty of times.
That sounds bad when I say it that way. Let me reformulate that. I can't see doing what this lady did. It's a very strange thing that she saw herself as the skirt enforcer. I am not the skirt enforcer. What am I doing here? Okay, we'll get to your dispatch.
I am the skirt commander.
I am not the skirt enforcer? What am I saying?
Things.
Quick break. When we come back, we'll get to there's a witch in the news that we must talk about. And Tom Brady is right alongside. Wait till you hear these two. They are coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey there, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast for this Friday. And we're expecting gorgeous weather as we head into the weekend. This afternoon, we'll expect highs to climb into the mid-80s for much of Central Florida with a high of 85 degrees in Orlando with a good amount of sunshine. For this weekend, we'll expect a southeasterly wind to kick in. That will create a breezy but cooler weekend, but highs still in the low 80s for both Saturday and Sunday before 90s return next week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
I love playing pranks on my sister, and this deal going on at McDonald's is my chance to take the lead. Enjoy any 2 items for $3.79. From the iconic McDouble, the McChicken, a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, to even a small soft drink. I'm gonna pair my McDouble with her small fries, but secretly pull her fries out of the bag. She won't even notice. Hey, where'd the fries go? Sounds like my prank just got fried. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Not to brag, but I've been crushing it lately. And all credit goes to frozen drinks from McDonald's. Clean my apartment while crushing an ice-cold Oreo frappe. Love that chocolate flavor. Hint of coffee and Oreo cookie pieces. Crush work in overtime thanks to a drizzly caramel frappe. Even fix my own car while crushing a creamy mocha frappe. Start crushing it yourself with a delicious, refreshing frappe from Mickey D's. There are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's for a limited time, Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
It's Ladera! Orlando City is back at home this Saturday, April 27th at 7:30 p.m., taking on Toronto FC, presented by OUC, the reliable one. Tune in on Real Radio 104.1 and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Don't forget to tune in an hour before the match at 6:30 p.m. to catch Kickoff Minus 60, airing exclusively on the Lion Nation app. OUC, the reliable one, is proud to be the exclusive electric and water utility partner of Orlando City Soccer Club. The hometown utility is proud to support its hometown soccer team. Visit www.ouc.com to learn more about OUC's reliable electric and water services. Go City.
Discover a career that matters at the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Be part of an innovative team delivering world-class healthcare and benefits to America's veterans. Enjoy robust benefits, work-life balance, and career development opportunities. Join a diverse and inclusive community that values your unique background and skills. A community where nearly 1 in 3 of your colleagues are veterans themselves. Apply now at vacareers.va.gov.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-10-MINUTE.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office, Orlando.
Get ready for the biggest fiesta of the year at San Jose's original Mexican restaurant, celebrating its grand opening in Altamont Springs, Monday, April 29th. Live music, margaritas, and food specials all day. San Jose's original Mexican restaurant. Reinvent your tradition. SanJosesOriginal.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
HCA Florida Osceola East Emergency in St. Cloud at 4920 East Erlo Bronson Highway is now open 24/7. Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Osceola Hospital. This is not an urgent care center. Its services are billed at hospital rates.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out.
I don't feel too bad for these people. It seems like if you're paying $3,600 for a ticket to something, you're probably pretty rich, right? Like, you know, Poro is paying $3,600 for a ticket to an event.
All right.
That's a lot of money right there.
Yes.
So first things first, these people are probably pretty well off who are involved in this, but it's funny as hell to me regardless. These big sports fans, they paid for this experience, and you got to hang out with a celebrity. You got to go on a 3-hour yacht ride and view the Miami skyline. And then you got to go to a VVIP party. How about that?
Very, very.
Double VIP.
Super VIP.
Oh, we did that once.
Yeah, I know.
And a VIP
And never
lunch
again.
for attendees who paid for $3,600 tickets. So these folks who were going to go on this fancy event, they were going to meet Tom Brady. Tom Brady was on this cruise. He was making money for being there for an appearance.
Do you get to drink a boatload of tequila with him and throw the trophy back and forth?
I don't know if they got hammered with Tom Brady, but they certainly were hanging out with him, and they wanted to make the most of it. They wanted to make money off of it, too, because the tickets were so expensive. So what these folks did was they all brought this memorabilia, treasured memorabilia, that they brought along with them to have Tom Brady sign. So what's the problem, Sean, you say? Well, they're all mad because they said Tom Brady's autograph is so bad that it ruined the merchandise that they have him signed. They said Tom Brady's signature is so bad and so sloppy on this memorabilia that now they're garbage. They're worth nothing. It's not a value to them anymore. And
I didn't even know that was possible.
I didn't think so either, but my favorite thing is the quote from one of these guys, Glenn Gagnon, who is a memorabilia collector, who says
Gagnon?
Gagnon.
That's Gagnon.
Glenn Gagnon, they said, here's his quote. It's the same thing as being in a graveyard or cemetery and knocking over stones or defacing them. That's what Brady did. So he's saying,
buddy,
this is like kicking over headstones in a cemetery.
No, it's not. No, kicking over headstones is like that.
Yeah, right. This is really not a big deal to anybody but the people who had this stuff getting signed. And I'm sure it'll still sell. And now it's got a news story attached to it, so maybe it sells for more. But they said you get to meet the 46-year-old former pro athlete. They paid for the pricey tickets. They said that they felt their items were defaced and ruined by Tom Brady, and they were very, very upset about this whole thing. He said, this is horrible. I would have rather had Tom Brady reject the stuff than sign it like he did.
I mean, his autograph is a little weird.
Is it?
Yeah. Look up this in the New York Post.
Okay.
When you look at some of the stuff they had signed, it does look like somebody just like a kid just drew all over this pair of shoes or this this thing that's not even related to Tom Brady that they had him sign. Some ticket. Or maybe it is.
Don't a lot of celebrities just have really bad signatures, though? And it's still...
a lot of them probably...
the signature is pretty bad. It's just like a little kid.
Oh, my
God. I'll put this up on See It Now over the News Junkie app so you can take a look at this. Tom Brady's signature ruins these memorabilia for these folks.
But scroll down in that one. Go down to the football.
Okay,
I think the football is an accurate representation of what Tom Brady's signature is supposed to look like.
Okay, I'm seeing a bunch of passes, some shoes.
The shoes look like they're just colored on.
I don't know. Oh, there's the football. Okay, this is his actual signature and what it's supposed to look like.
Which does not look like what was on those tickets, by the way.
It doesn't. It looks like he went fast, like, just 100 miles an hour signing this. But now, look, the world is full of Tom Brady signatures on footballs and all kinds of random things. The world is not full of botched Tom Brady signatures from this event that has a news story tied to it.
How do you even verify that?
You'd have to be the guy. You'd be the guy that has the quotes and stuff in this story. And then it's worth even more, probably. I think it could be. If you're into memorabilia, let me know what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. Meanwhile, I don't know if the timing is coincidental or not on this, but they just released some body cam footage of Gisele, who was his former wife, I believe.
Yes.
Supermodel extraordinaire. And I guess she's super upset in this because the paparazzi was following her around in Florida. I don't know if she curses, though. So, Josh,
come on.
I'm just going to put you through the ringer today, all right? Here we go. This is the body cam pulling up to the vehicle.
I'll give you a courtesy today.
Thank you. I was just trying to stay from that guy.
I understand who you are. I know. I'll give you a courtesy. There's nothing I can do about that.
No, but they're stalking me.
Okay,
He's stalking me.
File a report with Miami Beach because it was coming from Miami Beach. Okay? So
there's more than that.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So there's nothing I can do about that. But
oh, she's crying.
What do you need? Why are you crying?
I just want to live my life. I couldn't understand some of the other stuff she said, but I
did just in case part of it.
Okay,
I thought I heard something there.
I
panicked briefly.
It's hard because she's crying and she has an accent, and so both of those things are going together. She said, "Why can't I just live my life? Nothing protects me," she said. Tough times in Surfside, Florida. It's the toughest thing that's ever happened in Surfside, Florida, they say. This moment right here.
Crying inside a G-Wagon.
Yep. This is worse than all that
crying
other
in accents. That's a recipe for boners.
You're a strange man. You're a strange man. Here's Adolf with a dispatch for us. This says, skirt enforcer Sean.
Sean, I like how you're arguing with yourself about being the skirt enforcer.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, you are the skirt enforcer. Just like the cleavage commander.
I'm none of these things.
And also the rear admiral.
I'm not in this armed forces. I'm not a member of any of this stuff. I just want to stay away from it and be nice and comfortable here in the studio. How about this? Here's Texas for Life talking about chicken parm. Well, we got a friend Mo coming in later today.
Oh, boy.
He was on a tear. I saw him go somewhere and he had 3 different kinds of chicken parm this week.
He's a wild man.
He's out of control. Here's Texas for Life.
What up, junkies?
Hey.
Long time no talk. 2 things, real quick. Cane Rosa's here in Dallas. It's a chain. It's pretty good, though. It's a small chain. Have chicken parm sandwiches made with the pizza crust that they use for their pizzas.
Oh, man.
It's amazing. Need to tell Mo to check it out if he's ever in Dallas. Secondly, my mother is a dispatcher for the police department, and I agree wholeheartedly that they do not get paid enough. She has enlightened me or told me stories about what they go through and some of the calls that they're on.
Oh, it's tough.
It is stuff that they lose sleep over and for very little pay. Fortunately, she's worked her way up and she's done really well and now, a manager and doesn't have to take very many calls anymore. But when she first started, it was very hard for her to get used to that type of job.
Yeah, I don't blame her. That is a tough thing and a tough job for anybody to do. And if they have problems, big problems there, I hear, keeping the staffing up and keeping everybody happy, and they're overstretched and just, it's a mess. And we need the 911 system to keep everything going in this country, keep people safe. Meanwhile, you might want to call 911 on witches every once in a while. When you see them out there in public, if you see a witch, you dial 911. If you see something, say something, as they say. It says a Clark County business that will celebrate its first anniversary just got hit with some unexpected backlash this month. The Crystal Coven Mystic Cottage has been accused of practices that its owner says aren't true. Owner and operator Shannon Tipton says, I have a multitude of stones, crystals, jewelry, incense, herbs, spices, and teas. All of the stones are meant for some type of energy protection, yada, yada, yada. People in the area are saying that she's a witch, and they've labeled her a witch in the area, which has negatively impacted her business. What they're saying and what I actually do is much different. It's been said that I'm a devil-worshipping witch, I'm a satanic shop, and none of that is true. What year is it that we got witch hunts going on?
Finally, I've been waiting for these to come back.
I bet it's like a competing shop that's chumming the waters with all these false narratives, so that their shop does better and then her shop shuts down.
Yeah, have you ever been in one of those witch shops?
No.
You ever been inside there? Oh,
Yes.
I've been in. It's kind of fun. They got some fun stuff.
Where
They're not
is
taking
there
it
a
seriously.
witch shop?
Casadega.
Yeah, I've never been to Casadega.
Also, if you've been to New Orleans, they got voodoo shops everywhere.
Yes, they do. And they don't call them witch shops. They call them something like this. Crystal Coven Mystic Cottage.
You
Sounds
got
like
directions to the local witch shop?
I'm looking for the witch, y'all. That's not how you call them up. I remember the first time I went into one of those places, like Josh said, in New Orleans with the voodoo dolls, I was like joking around about everything, and the woman who worked there took it very seriously.
Oh, yeah.
She was like not having the jokey jokes.
You probably got cursed.
Is that who sold you the C-Lane voodoo doll?
Oh, I think it may have been, because that was one of the first times we went. And then I got C-Lane and Sabrina voodoo dolls. And yours was like made of hair or something, wasn't it?
I think so.
It was ugly.
I might
as
still
hell.
have it.
It was
Thank
like
you
horrifically
for that. Yeah.
It was an
He's
ugly
like, yeah,
voodoo
this
doll.
one's ugly. C-Lane.
I just thought it stood out as different and weird, which it certainly did, but it was hideous to look at. And there's probably some photos of that out there somewhere. Speaking of photos, as I said, I just shut down the tab, but let me bring it back up here. I'll put the Tom Brady signature up on See It Now over on the newsjunkie.com. And if we talk about anything visual on the show, which we do from time to time, you can either watch, which is fine, over on YouTube or Twitch. Hello, everybody who's doing that. We love you. We appreciate you. We like you. Well, I said we love you already, so that supersedes.
We love you and like you.
But for those of you, most of you, who are just listening on this fine radio station, when we talk about something visual, either I'll put it up there because I'll think of it in the moment, or you can request it to tips@thenewsjunkie.com, and we'll toss up a link so you can see what we're talking about. Quick break. When we return, we got the next episode on the way. We got This Week in Florida on the way. We got what's going down at all these colleges across the country, and now something that sucks for all the kids at one of these universities, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Goldenrod Road southbound between Pershing Avenue and Hoffner Avenue. The left turn lane's blocked there. Other than that, no major accidents to watch out for. However, there's heavy delays still on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429, and congestion on State Road 429 northbound approaching Florida's Turnpike. But if you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by J. David Tax Law.
If you owe the IRS and can't pay, now is the time to call J. David Tax Law. After a 2-year hiatus, the IRS has resumed their aggressive collections letters. Don't wait. Call J. David Tax Law or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com.
One of my favorite things about that mortgage guy Don from thatmortgageguyDon.com is the fact that he is part of the Real Radio family. That's right, every Saturday morning you can hear the Home Loans Radio Show. Hear Don and his crew answer your questions live on the air, pull back the curtain on the mortgage business, explain the real mortgage process to you because he wants you to know how it works. Get the process started today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the book, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Okay, this contract looks good to me. Let me just run it by my lawyer.
Everyone knows that having a good lawyer on hand can be a real game changer, which is why Legal Shield connects you to a vetted law firm in your state for a low monthly fee. Only Legal Shield has been providing this kind of legal peace of mind for over 50 years. Need an experienced set of eyes on that fine print? With Legal Shield, you can say,
let me run it by my lawyer.
Is the dealership giving you a hassle about warranty repairs?
I guess we'll have to talk to our lawyer.
And for that will you've been putting off, you can finally tell your family.
We're good. I had our lawyer take care of it.
Legal Shield isn't AI bots. It's a dedicated group of real lawyers who have your back, no matter what the future brings. All for around the price of those streaming services you don't watch anymore. Sign up at LegalShield.com/radio today. PPLSI does not provide legal representation or advice. See a plan for complete terms.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I'm concerned about my water heater.
If your concern is of a serious nature, press 1. If it's more of a frivolous matter, press 2.
Doesn't even make sense.
Just press 1 or 2.
Fine.
Fine. What are you so concerned about?
My water heater's like 15 years old, and I'm worried it might...
Oh, this is exciting. Has it burst yet?
Well, no, but...
Only a matter of time. Hey, everyone, 15-year-old water heater, place your bets.
Are you laying odds on when my tank will fail?
Have to make this call interesting somehow.
This would never happen at Frank Gay.
True enough. So, $10 buy-in. What's your guess?
Guess I should have called Frank Gay.
When you need a new water heater, it's no time to gamble. You
want your problem fixed fast before it turns into a bigger one. That's the Frank Gay way.
I've got a side bet he'll hang up and call Frank Gay in 3, 2, I win!
FrankGayServices.com.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite. Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out.
And we'll hear your voice momentarily. Boys, I was so close, just like one story away from doing a This Week in Bird segment. There has been some weird stuff going on in the world this week.
If you did a This Week in Birds without Sabrina here and that got back to her, that would be an issue.
We kind of did that on Monday.
Yeah, because she's been super into her new bird camera.
I know, she's getting lots of photos of that.
A whole lot of stuff. So I mean, and then Monday we got like a lot of people like chiming in. They're like, "Yeah, Sabrina, I'm into birds too. I love me some birds. You got to get this bird app." And for me, it was kind of like, "Ooh," but. But she was excited about it, and that's what counts.
You know how bird people are. When they find other bird people, they get jazzed about it. They talk about other birds for a while.
It would be like if my wife and I, and I think this has actually happened, if my wife and I were out somewhere, and some guy, that we just met was like, Yeah, it was kind of last week when I was like flying out my drone and I go, excuse me, huh? Ashley rolls her eyes, goes, all right, we lost the boys.
Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about, okay? This was a story about some guy in the European Parliament who was trying to highlight peace, okay? What's a symbol of peace? What do you think would be a symbol that you would use for peace?
Well, there's the peace sign.
Yeah, that's one.
There's
dove.
A dove, yes, because we're talking about birds here.
Damn it. All right.
Idiot went with fingers.
Actually, I was going with the circle with the thing in the middle.
Oh, that
Either
too.
or. This guy is in the middle of the European Parliament, right? He's talking about peace, and then he decides to get a little artistic, add a little bit of flair to his speech. So he reaches into his sports coat. Mind you, he'd been up there giving like a whole speech and stuff.
Pulls out a handful of sports.
He pulls out a pigeon or a dove, I guess, right? And it doesn't go as well as he would have hoped.
Not a magician, is he?
I'll put this up on See It Now. Check this out, you guys. Watch this. Here we go. So here's the guy. He takes the dove, throws the dove up, but the dove just goes like right behind him and lands on the desk by this lady. He just pulls it out of a bag, out of his sport coat. And then the dove was just flying around the whole place, landing on people's computer screens. And
that's
just,
awesome.
It's did not go the way that I think he wanted it to. He wanted like a when doves cry kind of moment.
Do you think he bought that dove or borrowed it from somewhere? It's got a little thing on its leg there.
Like it does. It's got a bracelet on there.
Yeah.
So this must be like a professional dove. Yeah. This dove is owned by somebody. And the other story, let me see if I can bring this up. I'm just putting this together in real time. There was a politician, and I believe he was in Mexico, and in the middle of some speech he was giving, he just pulled out a chicken and started hatching away at the chicken and started like butchering a chicken in the middle of his speech. And everybody starts freaking out. And I'm not going to show you that, obviously. I'm not going to bring that up here.
Come on, See It Now.
No, I'm not putting that on See It Now. I'll put the dove one on See It Now. I'm not going to put this one on. It's like, what is going on? One more story. We would have had it this week in Birds. We were so close, so close. Meanwhile, Sealand was talking about how there was a big fight online, a big battle going on the internet, and this always gets people fired up, man.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
And it was about when a business adds gratuity.
No, it's not gratuity, though. It's not autograt.
What's the difference between that and autograt, then?
Because I think if you say
what do they call it in this debate that they were having?
Like a service charge.
Okay, yeah. What's the difference between a service charge and autograt or gratuity?
There might, depending on the restaurant, there might not be a difference. However, autograt would at least imply to the customer that all of that money goes to the server.
Yeah. Okay. In this case, it doesn't necessarily mean that.
Because we had in the past restaurants that had like a COVID charge or something.
Right. Yeah. People always freak out, man. The restaurant
Scott Maxwell's column is about that he just dropped was about the whole like debate over the service charges for this and that.
I go to a place that does this, and I don't mind it. I believe they refer to it. Josh was telling me. I think it's a service charge at the place that I was talking about, right?
I believe so.
And what would you know what it is? Like 16%,
it's
something like that.
16 or 18%. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it might be 18%, and it's added on. But they tell you like 10 times. I swear to God, they almost go above and beyond to tell you that this is coming. And they say that, just to be aware, there's service charges on here, and that's gratuity included. You can add additional gratuity if you'd like to, but, we're adding this on as a base fee. And the service at the place is really good. Everything is fantastic. And I add a little bit extra onto it. I don't have a problem with it. I don't. As long as you're made aware of it ahead of time.
If they told you that it was going to the restaurant, would you have a problem with it?
If they told me that it was going to... Here's why that's complicated for me, Sealand. I think about this. They do this at Turkey and the Wolf.
Yeah.
And they add a fee, and it goes to the restaurant. But Turkey and the Wolf pays all of their employees pretty damn good, and they have, like, benefits and all this stuff for all their employees. So that extra money goes to like the salaries because they're not tip based; they're employees.
But why not just charge more for the food?
I don't know. That is kind of a weird thing. I'll admit it is kind of strange that they've done
it seems like a cloak, to make your menu prices seem lower when you could just have higher menu prices, and people are going to bitch about that. Are they going to bitch less when you like hide a fee in there?
I think that they think you'll feel better about the cost, because if I tell you something is $20 and then there's an 18% fee on it, and here's what happens with that fee, there's notes all over the place that say what happens with that fee, you'll go, oh, okay, I don't mind the extra going to the employees. But if I just charge you more for it, you just think the restaurant's charging you more for it. I think maybe people would digest it that way. Some people are very against it, though. I know that for sure. I'll be putting those fees on my bill. I don't want any extra fees. And it's like, okay, all right. I get it. You're very upset by this. You let us know what you think. Frogging Molly on Twitch says, I'm getting my hairs cut at a no-tip salon this week. It's $105 for the service. I'm curious how the employees feel about it. Yeah, let us know. If you ask them, let us know. I know that might be awkward. The thing is, here's the great scandal of the century. Ladies, you got to do something about this. The women's hair industrial complex is in full control. It is astronomically expensive for you ladies to get your hair done. And it's just unbelievable. The prices at some of these places, $200 or $300 is not uncommon. For a guy, it's still like, I think I might get my hair cut for like $25 or something.
Yeah.
You guys might pay more. Josh might do something with fancy with his hair over there.
I pay like 50. That's
$50
with tip.
For that?
Oh,
it's for in the dog world, they call it a sanitary trim.
Oh, really?
Get my split ends cleaned up.
Are you going to a groomer or?
No, I go to a people groomer.
Okay, good. Yeah, it is basically the same thing. So let us know what you think. Go over to the newsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch. Yeah, ladies, it's outrageous.
They frown upon grooming people.
Yeah. Well, is there anything? What makes it extra?
Josh goes to a child groomer. It's no big deal.
Yeah, you don't want that. Josh, are you getting like the whole thing where they do the hot lather on your neck and then they like do like a weird massage on you and stuff?
I do get the hot lather to like clean up the stray hairs on my neck, but I don't get a massage at the same time.
I don't like the massage.
I've
talked about that before. I find that so uncomfortable.
I guess it would depend where you go, but some of the places that offer it, it's like the people that work there feel so obligated to do it that it feels uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I bet half the time there's guys who are like, I don't really care for this, and then the people who are doing it, it's just, why are we doing this to begin with? I know there's some creeper who's like, oh, I love the massage part of my haircut. That's what I like. All right, let's get over to you. Let's see what you got going on, because you're important to this show, and you could be on with us by going to thenewsjunkie.com and recording a dispatch right now. Here goes nothing. Okay, I'm not sure why this person sent this in 4 times, but we'll get rid of that as I blab. And Radar has sent us a dispatch. This is about the woman who is now charged with, what was it, sexual assault? Sexual battery, because she got offended at the short length of a young girl's skirt. And this 19-year-old, she goes over to her and she says, everything's hanging out. And she starts pulling down on her skirt. And the woman has been arrested and charged now for getting involved in that. Mind your own damn business. Here's Radar.
What's up, news junkies?
Hey, Radar.
About the short skirt Karen, I used to see especially young ladies in outfits that were far too skimpy. Mm-hmm. And I would often, especially when they're hanging out with their parents, go up and start talking to them and ask them out on a date, hoping their parents would realize inappropriate people would be coming up and talking to them in an inappropriate manner.
That's weird, dude. Did you get what he's saying?
Yes.
I know it's not the best dispatch.
He saw if he saw a young lady wearing an inappropriate to him skirt, and they were with their parents, he would hit on them in front of the parents as some sort of message to the parents that she shouldn't be wearing that.
Bro, that's weird.
And then he's like, now imagine if I was a pervert.
It's like you're playing a pervert. I mean, I know you're coming from a good place, Radar. I'm not saying you're the creeper. You're just playing one on TV in this case. That's a little strange. Here is my cousin Mose talking about restaurants.
Hey, what's up, junkies?
Hey.
Needing some recommendations on some nice restaurants. I have an opportunity where somebody's going to be gifting that to us. What are those kind of limits you put on that? Let me know what you guys think. Happy New Year.
It's a very affordable place that you should go to. It's called Victoria and Albert's. And it's a nice, run-of-the-mill, average dinner that you're going to get.
And that's burger and fries kind of deal.
We don't have time to say all of the places that we go to. We should put up something like on the website because people ask all the time. Or they always ask me about New Orleans.
Here comes corruption.
That's true. Want to get on the list?
I am for
sale. Maybe sometime we'll work on that. But there is a little room for corruption. He's not wrong. One more. Here's I'm a PC.
So you guys are forgetting with that skirt story that it's Utah, and Utah has a lot of Mormons. So that probably explains how she acted, but doesn't give her the right to do that to that person. So yeah, Mormons are weird.
Oh, you're right. It could be a religious thing because of the state of Utah having quite a bit of Mormons in there. But there's nothing to indicate that that is what's happening here. She said there's kids around and, we can't be having this. Brisby on YouTube says, all those guys who got busted on to catch a predator sound like that. That is a common refrain. I was just here to show them how dangerous all of this was and to protect them like a big brother. And then you go, well, aren't these your messages?
Why don't
right
you
here?
have a seat over here?
CNJ4 says it's okay. Radar always had a note in his car saying he didn't want to actually have sex with him, just counsel him.
I like how somebody thought that was a loophole. Like, I have a genius plan. This is how this is all going to be solved. Okay, we'll get to eventually this thing that just happened on USC, University of Southern California, and their campus. But when we come back, I want to talk about, before we get set up for the next episode, if you're thinking about Ozempic or any of the other drugs like it, everything's been real good, right? It's like, look at all the success out here. This stuff is awesome, and it's easier to get than ever. And you could try all these different ones, shots and pills and all the things. Now, some side effects are dropping. And you might want to be aware of some of the things that people are dealing with. Some of them might be real bad for your love life. And I don't know if it's what you're thinking, but it is. Coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's a bit of commotion now this afternoon. Authorities are clearing up a couple of accidents in the area. Apopka Vineland Road southbound at Winter Garden Vineland Road. Goldenrod Road southbound at Fort Jefferson Boulevard. The left turn lane's blocked there, and you could expect a bit of delays due to an accident on Reunion Boulevard at Osceola Polkline Road. But if you see any more traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by J. David Tax Law.
If you owe the IRS and can't pay, now is the time to call J. David Tax Law. After a 2-year hiatus, the IRS has resumed their aggressive collections letters. Don't wait. Call J. David Tax Law or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com.
Join us for iHeartRadio Live with John Bon Jovi. Legendary. Celebrating Thank You, Good Night. The Bon Jovi Story. Presented by Hulu.
I wanted everybody to tell their story.
Featuring an exclusive interview.
And for the rest of us to see it when it was put together.
Watch it now on iHeartRadio's YouTube channel.
Presented by Hulu, where you can stream your favorite shows, hit movies, original series, animation, and of course, the exclusive 4-part event. Thank You, Good Night. The Bon Jovi Story. Now streaming only on Hulu.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah! FrankGayServices.com.
Looking for more than just a job? If you're mechanically inclined, an auto mechanic, certified welder, machinist, or a CDL driver with a strong work ethic, Ring Power, your North and Central Florida Caterpillar dealer, is the place. Whether you're beginning your career or making a change, Ring Power has apprenticeship and paid training for qualified candidates to help become skilled technicians. Join us at our Orlando facility career fair on Saturday, April 27th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more information or to pre-register, visit jobfair.ringpower.com/Orlando. Join a winning team. Join Ring Power.
Need a reboot? RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Spring has sprung, so let's have some fun. This month, I'll help you reboot your old ride and save up to $8,000 on a new Mitsubishi. So if your old ride's a hunk of junk, don't let it leave you in a funk. You can even drive a new car today with a lifetime warranty, like the Mitsubishi Mirage 43 miles per gallon starting at $15,900. The popular Eclipse Cross, in stock and ready for delivery. Or the 2024 Outlander, 5-star safety rated, starting at $23,900. So if you've been dreaming of driving a new RC Hill Mitsubishi, don't get your wires crossed, because my team works hard every day, and that's what makes us different. So this week, reboot your old ride, and you could save up to $8,000 on a nicer, newer car. But hurry, a deal this good will shut down fast. I'm RC Hill, and I'm your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. See all my trendy rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Vehicle purchase price determines actual discount.
Discover a career that matters at the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Be part of an innovative team delivering world-class health care and benefits to America's veterans. Enjoy robust benefits, work-life balance, and career development opportunities. Join a diverse and inclusive community that values your unique background and skills. A community where nearly 1 in 3 of your colleagues are veterans themselves. Apply now at vacareers.va.gov.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. All under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Boss, did you know Safe Touch Security is the home of the 45-second or less guaranteed response?
Of course, it's just one of the reasons why I hate Safe Touch. For a limited time, save up to 50% on select security systems. Call 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license EF 2000-1945.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant, the Improv Comedy Club, is becoming the Funny Bone. Enjoy the same great talent and awesome live comedy experience at Point Orlando. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes Marcelo Hernandez on April 26th and 27th. Followed by Damon Williams on May 3rd and 4th. Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Home to the best comedic talent on tour nationally. Come get funny at the Funny Bone. Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like One Hit Wonders Radio. The greatest one-hit wonders of all time. Ones you definitely remember. And ones that'll make you say, oh yeah. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search One Hit Wonders, and listen now, commercial-free.
Is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank. B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics. It's
news. And so many people have been reaching for the Ozempic. Just give me the Zempies. Just inject it in me. Give me the pills. And that's the shortcut. That's the fast track to dropping some weight. It's genius. Legendary stuff that's happening here in the world of science. And I'm all for it. I think any way that people can use to help them to lose weight, it's a good thing. I think it's fantastic. I think you're probably going to want to learn some ways to keep it off. And the biggest issue we've heard of so far, as best as I can recall, is some of the people have been telling us, hey, I got on Ozempic and I lost a bunch of weight. But when I stopped taking Ozempic, I was like, hungry hippo. Like, it just hit me like a wave. And all of that hunger comes raging back.
I mean, is that not the case for any diet?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, like you've done Atkins many times, C-Lane.
Keto.
The keto.
It's similar, yeah.
The keto diet, for me, I always kind of had that. Whenever I had an opportunity, I'd be like, oh, my God, I'm going to eat all of the carbs right now, all at the same time.
It's very freeing.
Should try it. You just find yourself in the pantry just shoving carbs in your face. It's really something. But now we got some new problems that have dropped on us for Ozempic users. 2 new side effects that are not fantastic for users. One is that apparently Ozempic users are saying it makes your breath horrible. Just absolutely putrid breath. And this seems like it's a dumb thing, but I guess it's real. They're claiming that it makes your breath putrid because of the way it works. It slows down your digestion. So all that food is just in your body.
Just sitting there.
Yeah. And like it starts to kind of go bad, and then the sourness comes out in your breath. And so it's leading to a lot of people being put off by the breath that it gives them. Still not too bad, considering how successful you could be with this stuff. The other problem is some folks are saying it's killing their erections, and that is a more difficult thing to overcome in more ways than one. One clinical trial by the drugs manufacturer Novo Nordisk found 9% of participants suffered from burping, known medically as eructation. I had not heard of that before. But
eructation? That's what a burp is?
Yeah, eructation.
So sorry, I can't stop erupting.
all of the Ozempic, all the foods in your stomach.
Just erupted up last night's spaghetti.
It's building up, and you're erupting, and then just dragon breath is coming out. And that's the side of some of the side effects that are dropping on Ozempic. Still pretty cool, though, and a lot of people are very, very into it right now.
Other names, belching, ructus, eruptus with a P, eructation, mouth flatus. Flatus?
Mouth flatus? That's like a mouth fart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine me using that in practice? Josh, we were hanging out, and then they had a mouth flatus that was just really off-putting. It sounded like you're from the 1700s.
Almost as bad as his butt flatus.
that's where it really gets rough. Right now, we are seeing on college campuses around the country a bunch of people who are pissed off about what's happening between Israel and Hamas. And on these school campuses, some of this has spiraled out of control. There's some pretty extremist rhetoric that's being tossed around. And the schools want to, when they see that stuff out there, they want to clamp down and get rid of these activists on campus. I saw something yesterday that said like half of these people don't even go to the school. And when I see that, I'm like, hey, can the school not crack down on that? Go around and ask for the ID of each person so you can make sure they're all at least students that are at this protest. Otherwise, you have weirdo infiltrators, like grown-ass adults who don't even go to the college who are participating in these on-campus protests that shouldn't even be there to begin with. So that would be one way for them to very quickly have this issue, just cut it right in half. The other thing that is happening is there's been some fallout because some of these kids are assholes. And when the school is trying to negotiate with them, like, hey, we could do this, can't have you screaming, go back to Poland at the Jewish kids on campus. It's not going to fly around here. Can't have you openly espousing your love of Hamas, which I've seen all of these videos. People want to pretend like the rhetoric isn't a huge problem at these rallies and at these events on campus. It is. It definitely 100% is. There are some kids out there who, though I may disagree with them, just have a political ideology that leads them to think there's something terrible happening here and they want to be involved in stopping it. And that's fine. That's what college is about, for God's sake, especially about things that you may be made to feel uncomfortable. You know, there's obviously lines in the sand and different things with that. But the thing that sucks the most is as a result of this happening at the University of Southern California, they have canceled their commencement and their graduation ceremony is now
that sucks.
Over. And somebody pointed this out and I go, oh man, that sucks. The kids that are graduating right now.
No way.
Their first year was COVID. And the second year was like hybrid. And then this last year, they don't get a graduation.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that the kids, I mean, it's possible depending on your timeline, but the kids that are graduating right now missed out on their high school graduations because of COVID.
Some of them may have.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on the timeline, some of them may have actually done that. And you just, those things suck to miss out on. That's like a key part of growing up and going to college. Your parents are spending all this money. And here's the thing that blows my mind. This is a tiny fraction of these campuses. Well, I saw a poll yesterday that said when Gen Zers were asked about the most important issues to them, I think Palestinian and Israeli issues was like 16th on their list. This is not on the radar for a lot of these kids. And so some of them who have no involvement in this, their graduation gets canceled. And that sucks. It's like, if the school has such a problem with these people, deal with it. Don't punish everybody. They're probably doing that because they think somebody's going to interrupt the graduation ceremony would be my guess. But that sucks for those folks involved. What do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Can't we all get along? Somebody saying in chat, those days are gone. Those days are gone. No, most of us just get along with everybody all day long. Although, got a new guy in my neighborhood I'm building a bit of a rivalry with.
Ooh. What?
Yeah.
You have an enemy neighbor?
I got some problems that have been brewing beyond the major issues that I'm dealing with here.
Well, aside from his skin tone, what else is wrong with him?
Don't know. That's not that. He's a white guy. But my problem, number one, I woke up and I hear the cat meowing like crazy. Junkie cat. Junkie cat will not stop meowing. I'm talking about going. I go down. Those goddamn peacocks are at the front door. They tried to get rid of them from the neighborhood, and they did. They got rid of a lot of them. But now they're scared, I think, because their comrades got bagged and tagged, and they don't want to be over by where they were. And so now they're hanging out in my front yard all the time, and they're back over here. So I got that problem. And then this neighbor, I don't know if this guy listens or not. So
my Uber driver last night thought it was a chicken, by the way.
Is it a peacock in the front yard? Where was it? When you showed up, where was it?
It was not in your yard. It was the street before you.
Okay. Yeah. They're taking over. I don't know why they're over. They're usually on the other side of the road, but here they are now. I'm not going to say the details about the guy in my neighborhood I'm feuding with.
Why?
I don't know.
We're locked in now.
It's a very, very soft war.
Does he know you're feuding with him?
No.
Oh, okay.
What if he is a listener and he's like, all right, let's hear about this problematic guy in the neighborhood, and then slowly he realizes it's him.
You know, I almost want to tell you guys so that you can tell me if you're on my side.
All right.
And you be honest here, all right?
Okay.
If you are not and you think I'm making a mountain out of a molehill or that this is not an issue, this guy didn't do anything untoward, fine. But we're going through the neighborhood, and there's this guy that buzzes around on his electric bike, right? Zooming on this thing all the time.
Does it make noise?
No, I don't think so. Not really. It's a very nice bike. Very nice bike. And he cruises around the neighborhood. That's fine. That's cool. Get your exercise. Get out there in the world. But we had Lady out, and as we're making our rounds, Lady goes to the bathroom, as a dog does when you take a dog on a walk. And as Courtney's leaning over to pick up Lady's poop, the guy whizzes by on the bike, stops, and goes, "You dropped one," and then continues to whiz on his bike laughing. And what the hell was that? And so we keep walking, and Courtney's like, God, I feel like he was making fun of me. Like, I feel like he was like trying to make me feel stupid. And we keep walking, and we encounter him again. He whizzes by us again, but he's got a bag with something in it that looks like poop. And he's like, I found it, as he whizzes by on his bike, and he puts it by Courtney's head and like holds the bag out. I found it, and then pulls into his house. And I thought that was obnoxious. Am I in the wrong here?
How close to Courtney's head did he get with the poo?
I'm going to tell you close, but I have no idea.
The dropped one thing, it was obnoxious. I mean, it's stupid.
It's a dumb joke.
I'm not trying to get in a fight with the guy. I'm just saying, like, I thought that was, I took offense.
Was he trying to imply that not all of the poop was being picked up? Or
Yes.
or was the joke that, like, she pooped?
No, the joke was that you dropped
that
one. The joke was to highlight a person who is picking up dog poop and be like, oh, you dropped one. And she's like, did I drop one? And he looks down to try to see if everything's fine. And then coming by afterwards and go, I found it. And I was like, Arnott says he was trying to make a joke. I know he was trying to make a joke. I just thought that it was obnoxious. I thought
it's
it was
not
like
funny.
I think the second part was to try and, like, put himself on your level. Like, look, I pick up dog poop too, or something. Wait, did he have a dog with him?
No, he was just riding around on his bike.
Where did it come from?
I don't know.
He's just picking up random dog crap.
He had a bag with something in it, and it looked like dog poop, and he picked it up and put it like by her head. He's like, I found it, and it's like, I get it. I know exactly what he's doing, you guys. Of course, I know that he's trying to make a joke. Just imagine that's your girlfriend or your wife or whatever right next to you, and it kind of feels like, what the hell are you doing, man? Why are you doing this? I'm not a huge fan of the interaction that we have.
Is it possible he thinks you're walking Lady around and not picking it up every time, and he's assuming that you would have left it there if he hadn't ridden by?
It could be, but that is absolutely not the case. He has no reason to believe that if he does. I think he's just like not good at interacting or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Bootsy Moonshine says he's the police. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. No problems. We'll be fine. It's not a neighborhood brawl yet, but I just thought it was a little bit rude. What do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. And if you're out there, guy, nice bike, just maybe be a little more nice with your personality. Here's Kurt talking about graduation.
Sean.
Yeah.
My daughter didn't get to graduate during COVID from Seminole High School, and now she is graduating on Friday from UCF with her bachelor's degree.
Oh, you can finish.
I would be beyond if they canceled the graduation ceremony.
Yeah, I know that's not a big part of everything you pay for at a college, but it kind of feels like it's a benefit. It's the nice moment, the photograph.
I think the college graduation really depends on your college experience. Like, I didn't find it important to attend either of the graduations that I was eligible for. Mm-hmm. But because I went to Valencia, and the only friends I had in college were like friends I already had. It's not like I didn't go to a university where I lived there and got a whole new group of people, or join some fraternity or something where it would be important to me that me and my brothers we go to the arena and get our cap and gowns on.
Yeah.
So it was like,
But for some people, it is important, I think. Like, I don't know.
Well, high school graduation, I thought was much more important. Like, that meant a lot more.
It's like a seminal part in your life, especially in movies and stuff. Like, high school graduation, that's kind of like your entryway into becoming an adult in so many ways. Laheva Ross on Twitch says, why didn't you do anything? Well, what was I supposed to do?
Fight him. Stick a stick in the spokes of his bicycle.
I wasn't going to go nuclear. I just didn't want somebody to disrespect Courtney, and I felt it to be a little bit disrespectful Somebody else says, LOL, Sean has an adult bully. It's funny to think about.
If he ever does that again, just be like, next time I'll drop some money so you can buy better jokes. That'll show him. The jerk store called.
He drove back by us and he was like, "Hey guys," this was yesterday. He said, "Hey, how you doing?" And I just completely coldly stared straight.
We're in a Cold War now.
Yeah, and then Courtney goes, "Oh, it's so uncomfortable when you do that." What do you want, woman? I'm trying to stand up for you. Can't win either way. What am I supposed to do here? And what am I supposed to do? Let me know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send a dispatch now. When we come back, the next episode with, we'll see, with somebody, maybe a celebrity surprise guest. An A-lister that will be, no, it'll be Josh Sealand. But that is exciting.
Well, one of those is an A-lister.
Agreed. Both of them are A-listers in my world, yes. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show.
Later today on The Jim Colbert Show, we'll talk food with Fayaz Carr in Primetime Kitchen. Candace will give us some rich tips. Plus, today is our last pair of Dave Matthews tickets to see him in Tampa. And 4 shots to win $1,000. All that, your calls, texts, and talkbacks later today.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Friday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast as we head into the weekend. For today, we'll expect a partly to mostly sunny sky with warm temperatures. It will be very comfortable with a high of 85 degrees in Orlando. As we head into tomorrow, temperatures will be slightly cooler. Highs still in the low 80s with a few more clouds. It will also be breezy throughout the weekend with wind gusts as high as around 20 to 30 miles per hour. Temperatures heat back up, though, next week with highs back in the 90s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Cracker Barrel. It pays to be early because at Cracker Barrel, you can get early dinner deals weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. That includes their signature meatloaf, home-style chicken, and more, starting at just $8.99. So make tonight an early dinner night.
Got to tell you, one of the absolute best business owners in Central Florida is Leon Mills. Why? Because this is a guy who does things the way you're supposed to. He does not take advantage of people. He wants to build up a customer base, and he has done for over 30 years, exactly that, of people who can rely on Mills Air to have the best techs around. They really are just really nice, talented people who you're happy to have in your house fixing your AC. And you're even happier when they leave because your AC is working like it's supposed to. They also have preventative maintenance over at Mills Air. And if you don't have this, you might think, well, why do I need that? Well, you're supposed to change out the filters on your AC and clean out the lines and do all this upkeep. And sometimes you could forget about that, and that can lead to problems. But Mills Air has preventative maintenance where they'll help you do this, and they'll look at your AC top to bottom and tell you how things are looking. Are you going to be fine through the summer, or do you have a problem on the horizon? Catch those problems before they happen. That is a great way to save money. They are a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call, 407-277-1159. It's 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
If you're struggling to lose weight, go to Red Mountain Weight Loss. We'll show you how shedding those unwanted pounds has never been easier with a new FDA-approved drug called semaglutide that's revolutionizing medical weight loss. It's the primary ingredient in Ozempic, and it helps people lose up to 15 pounds a month easily. It's a total game changer. At Red Mountain Weight Loss, we have semaglutide in stock and ready to ship today, available in either the injection or tablet form. You'll also get the support of our licensed medical team, helping you with meal plans to speed your progress and medical solutions to prevent side effects and muscle loss. All for less than half the price of Ozempic. Put this game changer to work for you. At Red Mountain Weight Loss, you'll get quality semaglutide, your choice of injection or tablets, and all for half the price of Ozempic. Schedule your free consultation today. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial pound 250 on your phone, keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
In this edition of the Marketers Report, Angela Zepeda, Chief Marketing Officer of Hyundai Motor America, discusses measuring audio.
The measurement capability within audio, I think, surprised all of us, but all of it's been extremely helpful, and we have seen a huge return on our investment. The methodology by which we're approaching audio and then seeing the real results with real numbers has helped us continue to invest moving forward. One of the things that's been really important for us is to see the extension of reach to new audiences that we could not really speak to before. We get about a 20% lift adding audio to our overall portfolio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a marketing company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
HOA and condo board members, it pays to have fiber. Let Blue Stream Fiber show you how fiber internet provides revenue for communities while saving up to 50% off retail rates. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio to find out more.
Are you bogged down with constant sneezing, watery eyes, and congestion? Do you get sinus headaches and infections? No one should have to suffer season after season. And thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus, treating your allergies is easier than you think. With personalized treatment plans tailored to your needs and budget, you can say goodbye to allergy and sinus issues for good. Book your appointment today at AspireAllergy.com. Aspire Allergy and Sinus, where relief is just around the corner. AspireAllergy.com.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like One Hit Wonders.
This is the story of a girl. I'm not sick, but I'm not well.
Just search One Hit Wonders and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Progressive presents 10 things on a contractor's to-do list that are harder than getting a commercial auto insurance quote. Bidding a new client, giving an accurate estimate, finding affordable materials, getting a client to pay you for work you already did, getting a client to pay you, period, securing permits and workers and tools, getting those workers and tools to work together, and finding the perfect pair of overalls. Pockets, baby. But the easiest thing on a small business owner's to-do list? Seeing if you can save on commercial auto insurance. Get a quote in as little as 7 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms and conditions.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
A moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. The scientists are out of control, friends. They are out of control. And some of the stuff that I'm seeing in the news, we've lost the plot here. This story in particular is dangerous and damaging to society. It says daily showers are purely performative and have no real health benefits, according to scientists.
Oh, no.
And I think the result of this kind of story is all those people who take showers every day going, well, you see? Scientists said I don't have to do this.
No. It's the opposite. Or not the opposite, but it's all the people who don't shower every day going, you see? I'm right.
I'm right. I was right the whole time.
I smell bad, but I'm right.
And I get what they're saying. Like, I don't think there's health benefits to taking a shower every day. But if my concern is not being the stinky kid, I would probably want to take a shower mostly every day. Like, I don't know if I took a shower yesterday, but I take a shower pretty much every day. Well, I'm a new man. No cowboy bass, none of that nonsense anymore. I don't know. I wonder that sometimes, but here we are regardless. I guess I'll figure out who's doing this as we go. Let's just jump into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV. You can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
My favorite person, you ask? Well, Adolf Hitler, of course.
Nothing. Well, it's time for the next episode with
me.
Alan Burns.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
That's a good
Yeah.
one. Next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don.
Yeah, that's right. That mortgage guy Don is there to help you out when you have any issues. The mortgage process is a complicated one, but it's not complicated when you got Don on your side. He is going to help you out, and he'll guide you through to the best rate you could possibly get. If you're refinancing, if you want to get loans for various different things, even if you just have questions about the loans that are out there right now and whether it's a good time to sell or buy, you can reach out. Go to thatmortgageguydon.com, thatmortgageguydon.com. Oh.
What did you do?
We hit it at the same time. Don't miss a boat. Compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don. Nailed it. Woo! This guy.
Kanye.
That's right. Yeezy porn will be unlike anything in the industry, says the ex-husband of Stormy Daniels.
Really?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
in on this?
Oh, yeah. He's big time now. Mike Moz. He is currently overseeing production for Vixen Media Group, and they are in talks to team up with Yeezy for his own porn site.
What is going to be different about this than the regular stuff?
But he doesn't tell you how it's going to be different
It's
from
going to be
anything we've
weird.
ever seen before.
It's going to be weird. It'll be
It's
like
gonna
robots
be
and
porn.
stuff. Yeah, but Kanye's going to Kanye it up. Everybody's going to have masks on
I'd
and
be
stuff.
curious to. I mean, I know that the porn people will porn. I'd be curious when Kanye releases a porn and they're like, "This is going to be revolutionary," and some guy goes, "Seen it before, seen that."
Simpsons did it.
I already, you know.
Apparently, which is a very big name in the porn industry. So best of luck to you, Mr. Yeezy, as they say. Ellen DeGeneres says she got kicked out of showbiz in her brand new stand-up show because Netflix wants to give her the time of day now, I guess.
Really?
She did a live show. Did you do this one already?
No.
Okay, good. She did a live show in L.A. this week, which some reporters had attended. And she ended up addressing her leaving her famed talk show, which came to an end in 2022 on the heels of claims from former staffers that the workplace was a nightmare. She said, "What else can I tell you? Oh, yeah, I got kicked out of show business. There's no mean people in show business." So
Yeah.
I think she might be a little upset about it still.
This is the comeback, right? This is her, and she waited just long enough. People kind of forgot about all this stuff. Get a Netflix deal, and then she gets back into America's living room somehow. That's what it feels like to me.
Lord willing. She actually made the crack that this is the second time she's been kicked out of showbiz, referring to the backlash she got in the 90s for being a lesbian.
Yeah, I remember that.
She said, quote, "I'm
but she
mean,
really did
old,
get-
and gay."
She really did get kind of like blackballed for being a lesbian.
Yeah, a
The
little
90s
unfair.
the 90s with daytime television stuff was very weird like that. Rosie O'Donnell had to pretend for almost her whole career like she thought Tom Cruise was hot and wanted to have sex with him. It's like it was really a weird time.
patootie.
Yeah, it was like always with the cutie patootie stuff.
Unreal. Moving along, Emma Stone doesn't want to be called Emma Stone anymore.
All right, I saw that. She wants to be called what now? What do we have to?
Her real first name is apparently Emily, which
All right.
she changed to Emma when she first started acting because there was another SAG-AFTRA actress named Emily Stone.
So what happened to that
now
lady?
that she's won,
I don't know.
She's won the battle of Emily Stones. She wants to go by the name now.
She has conquered as Emma, and she wants to return to Emily.
No, you can't do that unless Emily's dead. You can't just swoop in.
Well,
and
she
you're like,
might be dead. We don't know who she is.
I've never heard of this other person.
Exactly. She said if fans call her Emma, that's totally okay, but most people in her circle are calling her Emily already. This gal right here.
Mickey, you so fine.
It's Taylor Swift.
No, is it? Taylor Swift, yeah, her.
It's Taylor Swift.
Oh, now that would be a good mashup.
Mickey, you so fine with Shake It Off?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's
would
what it
be
sounds
good.
like.
Anyway, this is more about Neil Tennant from the Pet Shop Boys, but I couldn't get West End Girls queued up in time. He doesn't think Taylor Swift has any famous songs.
Okay.
He's blasting
What?
A-lister Taylor Swift, claiming she doesn't have enough hits to make her as big of an icon as Michael Jackson. His argument is very similar to a gentleman that used to call into the Phillips file all the time named George.
Yeah. He's terrible.
Freddie Mercury is not a good singer.
All he does is falsetto. He cannot sing Pavarotti. He says, Taylor Swift sort of fascinates me as a phenomenon because she's so popular, and I sort of quite like the whole thing. But then when I listen to the records, for a phenomenon as big, where are the famous songs? What's Taylor Swift's Billie Jean? This is the hill he's chosen to die on.
She's got a lot of really big songs, man.
Yeah.
That's, like, is she Michael Jackson level? I don't think that she's sold the amount of albums that Michael Jackson has yet. I could be wrong about that, but I think he still probably has more sway and is a bigger name than Taylor Swift. But just because he's not as big as, or she's not as big as Michael Jackson, doesn't mean she's not hugely successful.
When presented with Shake It Off as proof of her success, he doubled down, still saying it isn't as good as Michael Jackson. So that's what he's doing. King Charles's funeral plans are being constantly updated because I guess he's not doing so well, what with the cancer and all. Lord of the Rings trilogy is returning to theaters with the extended editions that are all like 4 hours long.
We need to make those longer?
Oh, yeah. They're fun if you have the time for them.
Jesus.
Travis Kelce accidentally flashed his boys during an interview with Andrew Santino a few years back. Andrew Santino is now revealing that, saying he might release the uncensored cut one day and of Travis's boys falling out. And this gal right here.
That is... I know.
You got this.
Doja Cat.
Nailed it.
Oh, man.
She's cursing out parents saying, leave your kids at home, MF. She's mad that people brought their kids to kids at home, MF. I'm rapping about C. Why are you bringing your offspring to my show? And finally, rapping about D. Leave your mistake at home. Oh, I'm sorry. Rapping about eating D. I misread that.
Gotcha.
My bad, guys.
Now I want you to read it uncensored.
I did. Nope. I'm good. Thank you. On the boob tube tonight, NFL draft rounds 2 and 3 and Penn and Teller Full Us season finale. That's pretty much it. And that is your next episode. Yeah. Whatever.
His closeout gets different every single time.
Boom goes the dynamite.
There's a
Take a quick break. When we come back, This Week in Florida. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Over the St. Johns River Bridge on I-4 westbound, there's a bit of delays between Dirkskin Drive and US 1792. Authorities are also clearing up a couple earlier accidents, still causing a bit of delays. Goldenrod Road southbound at Fort Jefferson Boulevard and Popka Vineland Road southbound at Winter Garden Vineland Road. Travel with caution in these areas. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida. Hey guys, Chef Justin with Fresh from Florida here, reminding you that from blueberry pancakes to blueberry smoothies, almost everything is better with Florida blueberries. In season now, look for Fresh from Florida blueberries at your local grocery store.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Are you ready to put some cash in your pocket? Because Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hand. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you a keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. With 13 chances every weekday, you'll have plenty of opportunities to win $1,000 in your hand. But there is a catch, because there's always a catch. Right. If you get a call, you need to answer your phone. That's right. The key to winning is picking up your phone when we call. So don't send us to voicemail. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com. Hey, homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious. Your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at solarsource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 27th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
I love playing pranks on my sister, and this deal going on at McDonald's is my chance to take the lead. Enjoy any 2 items for $3.79. From the iconic McDouble, the McChicken, a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, to even a small soft drink. I'm gonna pair my McDouble with her small fries, but secretly pull her fries out of the bag. She won't even notice. Hey, where'd the fries go? Sounds like my prank just got fried. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Not to brag, but I've been crushing it lately. And all credit goes to frozen drinks from McDonald's. Clean my apartment while crushing an ice-cold Oreo frappe. Love that chocolate flavor. Hint of coffee and Oreo cookie pieces. Crush work in overtime thanks to a drizzly caramel frappe. Even fix my own car while crushing a creamy mocha frappe. Start crushing it yourself with a delicious, refreshing frappe from Mickey D's. There are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's for a limited time. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group, used under license.
Let's watch TV. What do you want to watch?
Big Bang.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
It's Big May on CW18.
Every night at 7 o'clock.
Bang, bang. And it doesn't get any bigger than the Big Bang.
Sounds like a party.
Did someone say party? Party's my middle name.
Let the good times roll.
Are you having fun?
Oh, yeah, this is it.
The Big Bang Theory. Weeknights at 7, 7:30, and 11. Part of Big May on CW18.
Still funny.
I know!
From sunrise to sunset, Westie News on CW18 has you covered. Mornings from 7 to 10. Start your day with Central Florida's most accurate forecast from First Warning meteorologist Kelly Ann Class.
You'll always have a clear view of what's ahead.
Then tonight at 10, get caught up and know what's happening now with Stuart, Michelle, Tony, and Darren.
It's all in a day's work, and our work
never stops.
AM or PM, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people. Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage. Navage. Breathe easy.
Close-out prices. 0% APR financing. Rush to Sutherland Nissan Orlando today.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH, C-A-S-H, CASH. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
in just a moment, some drama brewing. Big drama brewing right now. Oh, God, there is so much going on right now. We'll get to it after This Week in Florida. We'll get to it in the next segment. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's something we'll have to discuss at some point in time for sure. Don't freak out. Everybody's good. You know, we're all good. It's just there's some drama and some things that we could deal with.
Is it in the chat?
No. It's not over there. You want me to text it to you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna text it to you guys, but don't say anything yet. We'll wait until after This Week in Florida, which is coming up in just a moment.
People listening to stuff like this love this move.
Yeah,
we're all going to.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that sucks for me.
well, I don't. There's a lot happening.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we could end up in a good way, maybe, perhaps. We'll have to see. We'll get to that in a moment here. Right now, to the good stuff. You ready for it? You ready to do This Week in Florida?
I'm ready.
Did I send you sideways by doing that right before your segment?
No, it's fine.
Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Here we go. Let's do This Week in Florida.
Giving you a recap of the most groan-worthy stories in the state. It's This Week in Florida.
Yeah, that's right. It's Friday. We only got half a show left. Let's do this. Let's take a trip around our Sunshine State, State, and see some of the craziness that has gone on in the past 7 days or so. And this one would take you for a ride, I think. Because if you open your... First of all, do you get a paper cell phone bill?
I do, actually. No, I don't. I just stopped getting it like 6 months ago or so. But I was getting one forever. I still get an actual paper bill for my internet, and I've told them to stop sending it to me 3 times, and they just keep sending me the damn bill.
How about you, Josh?
No.
Yeah, you just all electronic?
Yeah, buddy.
I think this one would hit you harder if you didn't get the paper cell phone bill, because this guy, Rene Remond maybe, he first read his cell phone bill after his 3-week vacation in Switzerland. He read his T-Mobile bill. And first he said, I thought it was $143, which he described as a reasonable amount that didn't bother him too much. But when he read and went to pay the bill a few days later, he discovered he'd actually been charged $143,269.
What?
For
That's a little
using
steep.
for using 9.5 gigabytes of data while overseas. That is a hell of a roaming fee.
My God, this can't be real. He has to actually pay this much?
I think it does. It doesn't say. The news station contacted T-Mobile's corporate office on Riemann's behalf. Things started to move in his favor. Within days, he received a call from the carrier notifying him his account would be credited for the entire amount, which he said was an absolute relief. So he ended up getting the money back because he went to the news about it. He says he told the T-Mobile that he was going to Europe, that he was going to Switzerland. He travels often with his wife, says he always notifies T-Mobile before leaving the country. He did exactly that before their trip in September 2023 and claims the carrier told him he was covered. While he was covered to the extent that he never lost his data connection and he could send photos and messages to friends and family while traveling, he wasn't aware of how much that service would cost. He was shocked to discover his post-vacation bill. I think shocked is kind of putting it lightly.
$130,000 is crazy no matter what, though. Like, the idea that even roaming would be that expensive.
What is it? What did I say? 143?
Yeah, for what, 9 gigs he used?
Yeah. 9.5
That's
gigs.
insane.
That's $15,000 a gigabyte.
Yeah, that's quite
inflation.
Pricey. That's a lot right there.
This is the most expensive internet has ever been, I think.
True.
This video infuriates me. Not because of its content, although I think its content is a little stupid, and I think Ron DeSantis can be a real dweeb sometimes. But pull up the first link that I sent you, Sean, to the group thread of this Ron DeSantis video.
All right,
and hit play on it. Like, go full screen and hit play.
Okay.
Tell me this doesn't infuriate you.
Why is it shot like this?
I think he did like an emergency pod or something. Like, so Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, he I guess had just heard that President Biden is adding some things he doesn't like to Title IX. Mostly protection for transgender students. And he goes, whoa. Not only do I have to get my Ron DeSantis opinion out on this, I have to do it so fast that I don't even center myself in the video.
Yeah,
and
it's bad.
And I have to do this in front of the seal of the state of Florida, but I'm blocking it.
He's all cockeyed in the shot, and it's really, really bad placement.
All right, hit play.
Florida rejects Joe Biden's attempt to rewrite Title IX. We will not comply. And we will fight back.
It's not even in the
we
video.
are not going to let Joe Biden try to inject men into women's activities. We are not going to let Joe Biden undermine the rights of parents.
You get the picture.
Also, he's like towering over where the camera is.
Joe Biden.
The angle's bad.
The whole way you shot this, you could have just handed somebody the camera and say, I want to record a video real quick.
I mean, if you are even like half good at making a video, possibly you have a job in the DeSantis camp, because this is not cutting it. I don't know what it's a bootleg ass video, an announcement that Florida will not comply. We will fight back. Well, not we. He will. He likes to get in little fights. I did not think that this story was going to have the resolution that it did, because I heard earlier this week that there was a man in Winter Haven that had his car stolen overnight, and inside the car were the ashes of his mother. The car had a inscription or like a decal on the back that says, "In loving memory of Lorena Leonard," who is Larry Carter Jr.'s mother. And she passed away in March of 2019. And he had this custom car that he built in her memory. And he said
he just carried the ashes along with him all day long?
He kept some of her ashes in the cup holder.
My God, that's weird.
He said he didn't take the car out very often, but when he did, his mother came with him. He kept some of her ashes in the cup holder. And when the car was stolen from his driveway, so were the ashes. And the mother's ashes, they disappeared. And he was devastated. He said, she meant the world. Actually, her and my dad, really, I felt like when I lost both of them, I feel like I was nobody. I feel like I ain't have nobody. They were in my corner. He called police. And, said that he his car was stolen, the ashes were inside, all that. And then he called police again on Tuesday morning after he found his mother's ashes hanging out of his mailbox. The thief returned the ashes and kept the custom car.
Well, that was nice of him to at least bring back the ashes.
I agree. I was like, I mean, would it be a lot nicer?
It's like it's a thief with a heart, and I think that's nice.
The car thief with a heart of gold. Carter said he worked hard to preserve the evidence. I took my shirt and I closed the lid because I didn't want to put my fingerprints on it. Winter Haven police came to canvass the neighborhood and collect new evidence. Carter's still holding out hope he gets the custom car back, but he's relieved to be reunited with his mother, a priceless possession. And good luck on the car thing.
The Step of P on Twitch says, did he fill out a missing persons report?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. If at first you don't succeed, what do they say?
Try and try again.
Try again. A man from, I believe, Pensacola is facing a criminal citation after being caught with a gun at Reagan National Airport. This is the second time, according to authorities, that he's tried to bring in a handgun through TSA. The first time was back in 2019 at the Pensacola airport, but he was caught there and he was allowed to bring the gun back to his car. This time he tried to bring a loaded 9mm through a security checkpoint. He told officers he wanted to travel with the firearm for protection. This time the gun was confiscated and the man is facing a citation and potential fine. TSA officials calling the repeat offense just plain irresponsible. This is the 6th gun intercepted at the airport in April alone and the 16th so far this year. Where is Riverview? Do you guys know where Riverview is?
I don't know.
Probably near a river.
Riverview.
Yeah, I hope so.
Let's see.
By the way, Kurt on YouTube says they don't think it's entirely possible DeSantis' team had the video footage wonky on purpose to look more off the cuff and honest. No, there's a 0% chance. They're like, just make a really crappy video so that this looks. There's no way. He just wanted to get the video done quickly, and he's probably not good at that stuff.
Okay, Riverview is just a little southeast of Tampa. I just want to make sure that the person in this story doesn't hear this because he's a dummy. He's a dummy. He's a big, stupid idiot. But he's also a gang member and and convicted felon.
Playing with fire here, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
A plumber who is a documented gang member and convicted felon called law enforcement and threatened to shoot a trooper on Sunday. Officials say FHP trooper.
He called law enforcement.
What did you?
I thought his nickname was law enforcement for a moment in time.
Yeah, this is my boy, law enforcement.
I was like, that's a risky gangster name. That's who's over your house? Law enforcement. Like, this could be real bad.
Oh, you're causing trouble? I'll have law enforcement handle it. I don't know. It could be a thing. Officials say an FHP trooper was conducting speed enforcement on the Howard Franklin Bridge in Pinellas County around 11:30 a.m. The trooper saw a speeding motorcycle, overtook the rider on the bridge. A man later identified as James Edward Keister Jr., called the dispatch center and said that a trooper just sped past him. And then he stated that he would shoot the trooper if he ever saw him again. He said that to the 911 dispatcher, and
yikes!
You'll never guess what happened next. Trooper said Keister provided his name, phone number, and asked to speak with a supervisor. He's a convicted felon and documented Latin King gang member, according to investigators. According to the arrest report, Keister was charged with threat of death or serious bodily harm of a specified personnel ×2, possession of concealed handcuff key, and unlawful use of a two-way communications device.
You know, I was very briefly a member of the Latin Kings myself, just a short period of time.
What happened?
In middle school, I was under the impression that all you had to do was like write the logo somewhere, and then you were a de facto member of the group. And I didn't know anything about it, so I didn't know kind of what it was. And I was like, I like this symbol. I want to be with these people. I thought like some people did the Surfer's S, and then some people did like the Latin Kings thing, and it's like I thought it was just a thing that people did.
I told you about a story of mine that I thought that I pretty much did the same thing. I was drawing something because I thought it looked kind of fun.
Well, it wasn't a swastika, was it?
100% was a swastika.
Oh, God, man. I hope you were very young.
I was very, very young. And
this is a cool metal image right here.
So at my daycare that we went to, like my after-school care, which was on the campus of the private school that I went to, there was one drawn in a closet. Mm-hmm. And it was pretty visible, and nobody had painted over it. And I was like,
little Hitler going to this place?
I was like, oh, that looks kind of fun. I don't know. It's just much like the Surfer S, and just like things that you sketch out. And then my mom saw me draw it one time, and she was like, what the hell?
This is why little kids can't get tattoos. Because you just go in and be like, I want this shape. Put this on my body, please.
Is this story not ringing a bell for you?
No.
You don't remember ever hearing this story?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you something that probably will jog your memory, because you definitely, the first time you heard this story, you purchased a website, a domain.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
You purchased the domain idrawswastikas.com, and you forwarded it to my Twitter page.
You're right. I forgot. That was so long ago now. Yeah, now it's coming back to me.
You found a list one time of all the domains that you've purchased over the years, right?
Like C-Lane hates homeless people.
Yeah, a lot of them.
C-Lane hates America.com. There was a lot of them.
So there's some bangers in there. I don't think any of them are operational anymore, which is probably for the better. In Indian River County, a man was arrested for allegedly bringing drugs to a hospital and causing a near-fatal overdose of himself and a patient who was in the ICU. Sheriff Eric Flowers announced on Monday that Forrest Smith, 47 years old, was found with 26 grams of cocaine.
Woo. Wow.
And 46 pills of alprazolam. Which one is alprazolam?
I'll look it up here. Hang on. Alprazolam.
This was at the Sebastian River Medical Center. A woman in her 60s was reportedly in the intensive care unit for non-drug-related issues when her issues suddenly became drug-related. Surveillance cameras showed Smith walking in and out of her hospital room.
Xanax.
Xanax.
Why
okay.
wouldn't they just say Xanax?
Yeah, that's weird.
I think they don't want to go name brand, maybe. The woman began overdosing early Saturday before Smith began overdosing as well. Medical staff were able to resuscitate them because I guess the best place to overdose would be in a hospital. Their current conditions have not been released, but they're expected to survive. Smith reportedly admitted to giving the patient the drugs and claimed she was his former mother-in-law. So was he trying to kill her?
I don't know. That seems very, very suspicious.
And if he was, why did he do drugs too? It sounds like he just wanted to party with her.
He gave them to her, and then he thought it looked like a good time.
It's like, oh yeah, I forgot how much I like these. Let's party. A man accused, this story annoys me. A man accused of shooting McDonald's patron after argument over sauce. Nowhere in the story
really
does it say what sauce. It's the only thing I care about. Come on.
What's the premier sauce choice at a McDonald's location?
Well, for me, because most of the McDonald's eating I do is breakfast, my favorite sauce is that salsa that comes with the breakfast burrito.
Oh, the picante.
Yeah,
it's not bad. It's actually not bad.
And here's the thing: whilst I like spicy food, I like hot sauce. I prefer the mild picante to the hot picante.
It's controversial.
I know that's not the steaming hot take you thought you'd be getting from me today, but
folks, if you're upset by this, send him an email.
clane@realradio.fm. All right, and then the next two stories we have who wore it better. Although I only have a picture for one of them, so that person kind of has to win by default.
Okay,
but there are two different people who have been arrested after using a bit of disguise to try and hide their identity from authorities or whoever else might be looking at them. The first one is in Port Orange, where a man's behind bars after allegedly taking a piece of cardboard from a garbage can, using it to conceal his identity while he broke into multiple businesses. Deputies were dispatched to a panic alarm that went off in a business in Port Orange. Owner saw the 3 cameras were ripped off the wall and taken, along with a JBL speaker. The guy was wearing a cardboard box on his head, basically, to obfuscate his identity. And the second one is the second link that I sent you.
I got it up here.
In Glades County, Florida, a man was arrested who attempted to get away by disguising himself as a woman. That's the disguise, friends. Doesn't look suspicious at all.
If this guy goes near a bathroom, DeSantis is going to lose his mind.
Yeah.
He's going to melt.
He's going to do an emergency pod halfway off camera. The sheriff's office arrested this man who is, they were investigating a recovered stolen boat that was located at the Old Calusa Lodge in Lakeport. Deputies were, despite this great disguise, they were able to identify the suspect as a male, Joshua Kolotka, 33 years old. And last but not least, in This Week in Florida, a couple was charged with a felony after attempting to claim a faked lottery win, which, I have to admire their commitment and the attempt, but they took 2, I think, scratch-off tickets.
Yeah.
And taped them together.
Okay, they didn't think that was going to get found out at some point?
Of all the stories that I really wanted a picture with, I didn't see what the actual evidence was. But it says Kira Ender and her boyfriend Dakota Jones were arrested after trying to pass off an altered $50 ticket as a real $1 million winner at a lottery office in Pensacola. They said they could crudely take two tickets and put them together and pretend as if they were $1 million winner. This is Escambia County Sheriff Chip Simmons. The mismatched words on the back of the ticket and differing serial numbers were the immediate red flags to lottery officials. You don't say. Enders and Jones were inconsistent with their stories of how they came to possess the ticket, leading to more suspicion by police. If you're going to try to claim $1 million, you got to do a lot better than this. You're not a lottery winner. You're a criminal, says Simmons. And that's it for This Week in Florida.
Thank you, C-Lane. And I just tossed that guy's disguise up on See It Now so you can take a look at it. It's pretty great. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and take a peek now. We got our friend Mo DeWitt on the way, I believe. Also, some drama percolating out there, some things happening, and we'll touch on that, and we'll do it next. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031, and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Heading through the city on I-4 westbound, there's delays between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Debris on the roadways causing a bit of congestion on I-4 westbound between Lake Mary Boulevard and State Road 434. On Florida's Turnpike, there's delays northbound between US 192 St. Cloud and US 192 Kissimmee. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Cracker Barrel. It pays to be early, because at Cracker Barrel, you can get early dinner deals weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. That includes their signature meatloaf, home-style chicken, and more, starting at just $8.99. So make tonight an early dinner night.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Man, I'm really glad to tell you about this great sponsor. It's Life Imaging FLA. They've helped save the lives of several of my friends and a bunch of our listeners thanks to early detection of heart disease and early detection of cancer. You know, it's Stress Awareness Month, and one of the things people stress out about is how their health really is, and you don't really know unless you have a scan. Life Imaging FLA can help you get that scan. Matter of fact, they'll give you a free heart scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a value of $699, and you can get in there. It takes about 6 minutes. I was able to go in, and I know my heart is all good thanks to Life Imaging FLA. You pick up your cell phone, you dial pound 250, you say the words free heart scan, and you will be connected in seconds. You'll get the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia. When you talk to them about the free heart scan, ask about the cancer screening. That's super important as well. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds.
Discover a career that matters at the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Be part of an innovative team delivering world-class health care and benefits to America's veterans. Enjoy robust benefits, work-life balance, and career development opportunities. Join a diverse and inclusive community that values your unique background and skills. A community where nearly 1 in 3 of your colleagues are veterans themselves. Apply now at vacareers.va.gov.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 27th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Most people pack their swimsuit away in the fall, and it doesn't come out again until May. That's when things get interesting. Or maybe a better word is shocking, especially if you've gained weight since wearing it last year. But don't worry, Red Mountain Weight Loss has the solution with prescription semaglutide. Semaglutide is an exciting new breakthrough in medical weight loss. It's the main ingredient in Ozempic, and clinic studies have shown it accelerates weight loss, helping you lose up to 15 pounds or more per month. At Red Mountain Weight Loss, we have semaglutide in stock and ready to ship today. It's available as a weekly injection or a daily tablet. Plus, you'll get the support of our licensed medical team with meal plans to speed your progress and medical solutions to prevent side effects, all for half the price of Ozempic. Lose weight and look great this summer with semaglutide from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Schedule your free consultation today. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial pound 250 on your phone, keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had Leaf Filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/beacon first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/beacon to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like One Hit Wonders Radio. The greatest one-hit wonders of all time. Ones you definitely remember. And ones that'll make you say, oh yeah. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search One Hit Wonders, and listen now, commercial free.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
How this is going to sort out, because we're seeing all kinds of stuff here, and it's going to be a weird day for some people.
I'm trying to dig a little deeper into this.
Okay, yeah. Tell me what else you found, because we saw that there was some rumors, some rumblings about our affiliate in Dallas, Texas, 97.1 The Freak. And you may or may not be hearing this in Dallas later on today. We start at 7 o'clock. We do nights over on that station. And it's a huge, it's a huge lineup with a guy named Mike Reiner at the center of it, who is like a legend in Dallas sports talk radio. And there's so much competition in Dallas. It's obviously insane. But the station sounds fantastic, and it's really, truly doing something different in the talk world. It's not necessarily sports talk. It's more just like a guy talk radio station. And now we're not sure. There's some stories that there might be some changes going on. Are we a part of the changes? We don't know. And then I said, Sealand, it's a heads up. And he said, they're actually live right now doing a remote.
If this is not a repeat.
Right. But it sounded like they were out live somewhere. Because you don't want to be live doing a remote and somebody comes up to you and goes, hey, did you hear about this? Yeah. You know how infuriating that would be? Oh, my God. And then you got to like pack all the stuff up and put it back in the vehicle. I just leave right in the middle of the broadcast. I'd be like, see you later. Bye-bye. That ain't happening. So, so rumors galore in the broadcasting world about what's happening in Dallas, Texas. And we are not sure just yet. We'll see how it all shakes out and what ends up happening with the station. I hope it sticks around, and I hope we continue to be a part of it. I know they love us over there. They've been real kind to us.
Yeah, it was a good time.
And I was planning a Dallas trip, so this is going to make things real awkward. Go there and
hey guys,
can I visit the radio station? Maybe they fight through, but we got a lot of murmurs in the radio business about our Dallas affiliate today. So thinking about those folks over there, and we'll keep an eye on it to see where things go next. I know this. We were talking about TikTok and the order to divest or shut down. They got like 6 months. You got 9 months to 12 months. If they had a deal at 9 months, they would be able to stretch it out another 3 months. So they'd have a full year to get rid of TikTok in the United States and give it to a U.S.-based company. And ByteDance is now saying no. They'd rather shut down the app TikTok than sell it if this is what we have to do. If they lose all their legal options, they're going to fight like hell in courtrooms. And I think they might have a shot at winning it, honestly. But this goes back a long way. There is a court case, and I don't remember the name of the court case, and it'll be really hard for C-Lane to find. But here goes nothing, all right? In the legal world, there's certain things I know and certain things where I'm on rocky ground. But there was a freedom of speech case way back in the day, and it was about sending propaganda to people through the mail. So it was about like the Chinese government would send propaganda through the mail to people, and they were arguing like, I didn't ask for this. This could be bad. What if the Chinese propaganda takes hold? It could be bad for America. And the Supreme Court ruled that they could do nothing to stop that. They were trying to make it so they had to inform you that a government had sent you a piece of propaganda, and then do you want it, and then they would send it to you. But that lost.
Could this be 1965's Lamont versus Postmaster General?
Possibly.
That's exactly the one I was thinking.
Yeah, I didn't remember that offhand, but I just remember it being a case. And they won. They won. Like a company, or not a company, a country, if they want to, can just actually mail through the post office propaganda to every U.S. citizen, and there's nothing that we could do to stop it.
It says this past Sunday, this article is super old, so it wasn't this actual past Sunday.
Can you say it in an old-timey voice, please?
This past Sunday marked the 50th anniversary of Lamont versus Postmaster. I don't know why that's so old.
I was expecting one of those like mid-Atlantic accents that they did in the movies and stuff. This past Sunday.
This past Sunday marked the 50th anniversary of Lamont versus Postmaster General. This is the first time the U.S. Supreme Court ever ruled that an act of Congress violated the First Amendment. Yes, it was until 1965, 175 years after its creation, that the Supreme Court finally struck down federal law on free speech grounds. This little-known decision set a path-breaking precedent for civil liberties and against intrusive government surveillance.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
like the
know.
record player just turned off.
I don't know if that's it or not, but I definitely 1,000% know that was a case. And if the Chinese government can literally mail every American citizen their propaganda, how do you say that TikTok is releasing propaganda and we want to stop them? We want to force them to sell to an American company.
I think this is what you were talking about, because they said the post office, under a provision of the 1962 Postal Service and Federal Employees Salary Act, they screened incoming mail from foreign countries. They would examine all mail except for sealed letters for communist political propaganda, then notify the addressees who had 20 days to request delivery. Otherwise, they would destroy the propaganda. When replying, recipients could inform the post office they wanted to receive any similar publication in the future.
Yeah. So they tried to
and the post office even kept a list of the people who said they wanted to receive the propaganda.
Damn
Right.
commies.
Yeah, this was in the middle of like the Great Red Scare, and they wanted nothing to do with any kind of communist stuff coming into the country. And they started to like put up a blockade between the propaganda and U.S. citizens who were getting it from their mailbox, and it was struck down by the court. They said this can happen. So I think that's one of the cases that they may use in this. If you're saying that your argument is this is Chinese owned and it's propaganda, that seems to be knocked down by that argument. And the other part that I find interesting is, like I told you earlier, TikTok has this plan where they're already divesting the data to U.S. sources and servers. And so all the stored data on everybody will be at a place where this oversight group in the United States can look at it. And that will show to the court that they're willing to play ball here. I think they might have a decent case. I don't know if they'll win, but I think they might have a decent case. We'll see what you think. We'll get to your dispatches. How do you send one, you ask? You go to thenewsjunkie.com and record one right now. We'll get to jury duty when we come back. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
Monsters in the Morning.
You would go do Chippendale for a bunch of ladies if you thought you can get away with it.
Yeah, right now I keep getting arrested.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Fantasy.
The Falcons pulled a draft night stunner by taking Michael Penix, quarterback, at 8. Many are crushing Atlanta today, but I think it's okay. Kind of smart in this day and age. Finding the right quarterback's the only thing that matters. 66 quarterbacks played last year. So the odds are Penix will see the field this season, or at least sooner than later. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Every 2023 Nissan on closeout. Now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Get closeout pricing, 0% APR financing, no payments till 2025. Every single Nissan has to go by month end. Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com. Home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
Every parent wants their child to find happiness in whatever path they choose. Florida Prepaid has a plan to help you support them by affordably and confidently saving for college. Our 529 prepaid plans start at just $34 a month, and you have peace of mind knowing that when you lock in 2024 prepaid plan prices, your payment will never go up. It's inflation-proof and further proof that it's the best way to ensure the brightest future. Florida Prepaid open enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
It starts with heart, determination, and drive. Orlando, it's the 2024 playoffs. everybody in. Presented by Advent Health. Learn more at orlandomagic.com/playoffs.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I'm concerned about my water heater.
If your concern is of a serious nature, press 1. If it's more of a frivolous matter, press 2.
Doesn't even make sense.
Just press 1 or 2.
Fine.
Fine. What are you so concerned about?
My water heater's like 15 years old, and I'm worried it might...
Oh, this is exciting. Has it burst yet?
Well, no, but...
Only a matter of time. Hey, everyone, 15-year-old water heater, place your bets.
Are you laying odds on when my tank will fail?
Have to make this call interesting somehow.
This would never happen at Frank Gay.
True enough. So, $10 buy-in. What's your guess?
Guess I should have called Frank Gay.
When you need a new water heater, it's no time to gamble. You want your problem fixed fast before it turns into a bigger one. That's the Frank Gay way.
I've got a side bet you'll hang up and call Frank Gay in 3, 2, I win!
FrankGayServices.com.
I love playing pranks on my sister, and this deal going on at McDonald's is my chance to take the lead. Enjoy any 2 items for $3.79. From the iconic McDouble, the McChicken, a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, to even a small soft drink. I'm gonna pair my McDouble with her small fries, but secretly pull her fries out of the bag. She won't even notice. Hey, where'd the fries go? Sounds like my prank just got fried. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Not to brag, but I've been crushing it lately. And all credit goes to frozen drinks from McDonald's. Clean my apartment while crushing an ice-cold Oreo frappe. Love that chocolate flavor. Hint of coffee and Oreo cookie pieces. Crush work in overtime thanks to a drizzly caramel frappe. Even fix my own car while crushing a creamy mocha frappe. Start crushing it yourself with a delicious, refreshing frappe from Mickey D's. There are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's for a limited time, Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
Progressive presents 10 things on a contractor's to-do list that are harder than getting a commercial auto insurance quote. Bidding a new client, giving an accurate estimate, finding affordable materials, getting a client to pay you for work you already did, getting a client to pay you, period, securing permits and workers and tools, getting those workers and tools to work together, and finding the perfect pair of overalls. Pockets, baby. But the easiest thing on a small business owner's to-do list? Seeing if you can save on commercial auto insurance. Get a quote in as little as 7 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms and conditions.
At Rasmussen University, we offer 50-plus programs from health sciences to business to nursing, online and on campus. Are you ready to rewrite your story? Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
Our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. We'll get into that momentarily. If you miss any of the show, or if you want to stick around with us, no matter what's happening in the turbulent world out there, we'll be here for you. And you can go to thenewsjunkie.com. That's the website. You can find the podcast, all the links that you need to follow along. And it's very easy for you to do. So just remember that. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com right now. Hang on, I'm attempting to let Moses in as we speak, and he will be in the studio momentarily. Hopefully that worked. We'll see. Ready? Here goes nothing. I got a lot of stuff I'm juggling right now. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only, the just entering the studio, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Moses, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Look at that. Right in and right to the mic.
We're professionals around here.
Not a break in the action at all. You have a lot of choices after you get into an accident. A lot of attorneys out there trying to get your attention. Just remember this. You're in good hands with Moses, and you need to go over to 866-CALL-MO on the phone or justcallmo.com on the web. All right, Moses, I thought this story was pretty interesting. There was a family member that was very upset at a sentencing for a 15-year-old kid. Anthony Rushing is his name. And he got 6 years in jail for the death of a teenage girl in a fatal stabbing that happened last month. And he pled guilty, I believe. And the mother of the 16-year-old who died gave an emotional statement to the court. She was like, this is like a slap in the face. This is nonsense. She says he's going to be able to start his whole life over when he's like 21 or 22 years old. But they said he received the maximum the law allows in a case like this. Would that be related to the age, or would that be just about the charge that was against the person?
Well, I'd have to look at it. Where was it?
This was in Orlando, Florida.
And yeah, it has to be the charge. Well, it could be both, because I don't know from this story if he's in the juvenile system or if they direct filed on him and then he was in the adult system. If he was in the adult system and it was some sort of murder charge, I would suspect the maximum punishment would be a lot longer than 6 years.
It says a 15-year-old boy will spend the next 6 years in jail for the death of a teen girl in a fatal stabbing last month. Anthony Rushing, 15, pleaded no contest and was scheduled to jail until he was 21 with several conditions such as probation on this. He received the maximum the law allows in a case like this, it says. And the mother is like, these laws need to be changed. This is not fair. He'll be able to go on with his life. This all stemmed from a stabbing along South Goldenrod Road between an Amscot and the skating center. Investigators say an altercation happened after several teams left the skating rink, and another team was stabbed as well. But, yeah, it sounds like that was just the max he could get.
Yeah, we'd have to look at what the actual charges were. Again, if he's in the juvenile system versus the adult system, it's completely different. But the prosecutors typically have discretion to what they call direct file, which means even if they're a juvenile, they can prosecute them in the adult court system. So I would suspect, and again, this is pure speculation, it could be that there was a low-level charge that he was charged with. I would suspect that he was in the juvenile system, but we'd have to go back and dig into what actual charges that he was facing there.
Is it just totally the prosecutor's discretion as to whether or not they charge as an adult or a juvenile?
Yeah, typically the prosecutor just has absolute discretion there.
Man, that's crazy to think about it that way. There is another update about this teacher, this poor teacher that was attacked by a 17-year-old student in her classroom. It's Matanzas High School in Flagler County. Maybe I said that wrong. Matanzas High School in Flagler County. And there was a complaint filed, and you would think it would be about the teacher and in support of this poor woman, but it was actually against the school. And they said, this is the school's fault, not the teenager. They let him down. The school let him down. It was a complete failure to do any evidence-based intervention practices to change his problematic behaviors as identified with the school district. When a teacher gets attacked, Mo, is it the case that the school could be liable for the student attacking that teacher?
I think it's probably pretty difficult for the actual school to be liable. Now, typically, the teacher may have a workers' comp claim because they were injured on the job. But to actually be able to go after the school is going to be a pretty tough threshold. And typically you can't sue your employer for negligence cases. You could, of course, maybe sue the family of the child that attacked the person. But to sue the school would be very difficult there.
Yeah, they just seem protected in these circumstances.
They're protected. And again, to open that door, the school would really have to be grossly negligent. But even then, there's this whole thing in Florida where, we have workers' comp laws, which basically if you're injured on the job, you get workers' comp whether your employer is at fault or not. But if
excuse me,
why do I bother?
Go ahead, Moses. I'm sorry.
But you can't really sue your employer as an employee for negligence in a lot of situations.
Okay. Gisele, we had something on the list, did we not? I remember telling you to put something. Oh, you didn't put it on there.
When did you tell me to put something on the list?
Maybe I'm wrong. I thought this week that there was one that we wanted to throw by Moses. Moses, you've seen the TikTok stuff. How do you think that's going to play out legally?
I mean, it's hard to imagine that TikTok's just going to go away. Obviously, I'm sure they're going to fight it or try to sell it or something, but we'll see. I mean, I don't think we've ever really seen anything quite like this before.
Company that big, they must have they must have a lot of attorneys.
Are you worried, Moses, being a huge TikTok fan?
I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with all my free time.
Yeah, what are you going to text me about now?
Now, don't.
Who is that? Shouldn't you be at work?
Don't we stole him? Don't fret, because if TikTok goes under, you can still follow Mo's Chicken Parmesan adventure on other social media platforms.
Absolutely.
All right, just to get that out there before people start panicking here. And we've had recommendations galore for places for you to go. I saw the other day, I said I'm worried about Moses. You got 3 different types of chicken parm.
Oh, yeah.
At one of the locations you went to.
And then went to another location and got more chicken parm.
Yeah, this is a problem.
It's becoming a problem.
This is an issue right here. Where was that? Where did you go to?
That was Anthony's over in Oviedo.
All right.
And then we went to the Oviedo Bowling Alley and Pinball Lounge after that, where we had a chicken parm sandwich.
All right, both of those. Any of those?
Oh, wait, hold on. Sean, do you hear that?
What?
That might be vindication for you, because you said that you were worried that Moses would think that the chicken parm sandwich was some sort of blasphemy to the chicken parmesan.
I was wondering, you were nice enough for chicken parmesan day. You bought about everybody in the radio station chicken parmesan.
We're spreading the gospel.
And it was delicious. It was glorious. But I was wondering if you would take offense, because after you left, I was like, this thing looks glorious. And instead of eating it as it was, I toasted up 2 pieces of bread and I put the chicken parmesan in between. And C-Lane said, that's not really a sin. Some people do that, but does that strike you as a wrong?
No, I approve the chicken parm sandwich or chicken parm hero. I think it's appropriate. More of a lunchtime item.
You're my chicken parm hero, Mo.
Chicken parm hero. The one and only. It was delicious, though.
Good.
I did have a question for Moses from Monday when Sean was not here.
Mm-hmm.
We had a case in Texas. Well, it's out of Texas because that's where the movie theater chain is based. The Cinemark chain is getting sued by this guy who I don't know if he's just like a savant. He knows his beverages really well. He figured out that the 24-ounce cup that they sell only holds 22 ounces, and he is taking them to task for that. Which means, like, the backstory means that he had to have bought the 24-ounce drink, looked at it, drank it, thought this is not enough, and then instead of discarding it like most people do, he took it home and did the math. As a lawyer, if somebody brings a case like this to you, are you like, yeah, like rubbing your hands together like Mr. Burns, like we're going to get him, or are you like, oh gosh, these cases are dumb?
I mean, I don't handle those cases because I don't really want to deal with them. We mostly deal with cases where people have actual injuries and are hurt.
Yeah, what are the damages?
But, I know there's law firms that's entirely what they deal with, are these types of cases where, it's 2 ounces short or the ingredients aren't what they said they were.
They said his lawsuit alleges violations of Texas's Deceptive Trade Practices Act, negligent misrepresentation, common law fraud, and unjust enrichment.
that person just wants a settlement, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would assume that at some point, the only way this lawsuit makes sense is if it becomes a class action.
Right.
Because your damages on your 2 ounces of soda, even if you bought a soda every day for a year, are going to be fairly minimal. So what you're looking at there, I would assume, is some sort of class action where, as I've said before, typically the lawyers get paid a bunch of money and everybody else gets like 25 cents.
Right.
Does the guy who filed the lawsuit, this Shane Waldrop of Plano, Texas, I believe, does he get like a finder's fee from the law firm that takes this on if it becomes class action?
Not that I'm aware of. Typically he would just be entitled to whatever damages, he receives as part of the lawsuit.
So all the work that he's done and he only gets 25 cents?
That's it.
It's for the principle of
That's
it.
all he deserves, too, I saw there's a bunch of people freaking out because, C-Lane, can you look this up real quick?
Yeah.
Look up sugar-free in Google News, and you'll find this. There was like 2 different stories about big beverages, like major brands that you've heard of, and it turns out the sugar-free stuff they were selling still had sugar in it. Like, they were just totally wrong.
It was the ginger ale, I think.
Yeah, the ginger ale.
Yeah.
Pepsi's Schweppes Zero-Free Ginger Ale.
Yeah, and it said sugar-free, but they still had sugar in there. And I go, I don't know. I feel like somebody might sue over this.
Well, I mean, if you had somebody who was a diabetic and it caused serious health issues, I think there could be a pretty legitimate lawsuit there.
Yeah, you got a case. If somebody died, God forbid. Oh, my God, that would be something else. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we're going to have a little fun as we roll on a Friday. We got some bad news about milk. Be careful with your milk right now. I'll explain to you why that's something you need to worry about, and a whole lot more coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
It's very busy on I-4 this afternoon. Heavy delays before US 27 and after State Road 429. Debris in the roadways causing delays westbound on I-4 between Lake Mary Boulevard and State Road 434. And authorities are on Florida's Turnpike clearing up an accident. The left lane is blocked between County Road 470 and Sumter Lake County line. Travel with caution there. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the...
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Hey guys, Chef Justin with Fresh from Florida here, reminding you that from blueberry pancakes to blueberry smoothies, almost everything is better with Florida blueberries. In season now, look for Fresh from Florida blueberries at your local grocery store.
San Jose's original Mexican restaurant is now open in Altamont. Visit sanjosesoriginal.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 27th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
If you're struggling to lose weight, go to Red Mountain Weight Loss. We'll show you how shedding those unwanted pounds has never been easier with a new FDA-approved drug called semaglutide that's revolutionizing medical weight loss. It's the primary ingredient in Ozempic, and it helps people lose up to 15 pounds a month easily. It's a total game changer. At Red Mountain Weight Loss, we have semaglutide in stock and ready to ship today, available in either the injection or tablet form. You'll also get the support of our licensed medical team, helping you with meal plans to speed your progress and medical solutions to prevent side effects and muscle loss. All for less than half the price of Ozempic. Put this game changer to work for you. At Red Mountain Weight Loss, you'll get quality semaglutide, your choice of injection or tablets, and all for half the price of Ozempic. Schedule your free consultation today. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial pound 250 on your phone, keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
The Big Bang Theory. Weeknights at 7, 7:30, and 11 on CW18.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, FUN. F-U-N, FUN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the...
Thank you for sending them. If you haven't, well, for shame, go over to thenewsjunkie.com on your phone, your laptop, whatever you got with a microphone on it is going to be good. And we want to hear your voice. So go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us one now. There's all these stories today, like a legitimate flurry of stories about President Biden and his walking. And they said because he's got like a gait in his walk and he looks like he's a hobbling old man, they've now used a strategy where they get people to flank Biden on his little walks so he can like hide in the herd of people and we can't see that he's stumbling over there. And it's a real problem, they say. It says White House staff try to hide Biden's halting gait with crowds of staffers. And they go into details of how all these people surround the 81-year-old president so that you can't see him moving. They noticed a change in Biden's walk routine. Some of these people watch the president so closely. They're like, when he walks to his helicopter now, he walks differently. He walks with a group of people, and they don't want to see that Biden's an old man. Is anybody surprised at this point that Biden's an old man? I don't think it's going to.
What? It's also like the same people that that are watching Biden so closely will stop watching if Trump gets reelected because that's their guy. Like these are opposing parties, and the camera thumbs up for that.
Yeah, it agrees.
And so if Trump gets back in office, those people are going to shut up, and then a new group of people, the other side, are going to watch Trump really closely and be like, oh, he's twitching, he's on Adderall again, he's doing doing this and that.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy how when it lines up with your political priors, people will just turn on a dime. They'll go from
like doctor shopping.
Yeah, kind of. It's like, this doesn't matter at all. And then 5 seconds later, this is the most important thing in the world.
Yep.
Right? And we all got to watch this stuff. 0% of people are surprised that Biden is old as hell. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows the decision that is in front of this country. They're both old, for that matter. To me, Trump seems more sharp. He doesn't seem as mentally aged as Biden does. And Biden, I remember old school Biden, when he was a senator, and that dude would just he'd go on rants and tangents and rage and stuff. He doesn't have that anymore. He's old now, and walking's a little difficult when you're 81 years old. Unless you're that 110-year-old guy who still drives every day that we talked about.
Did you hear the clip? We played it on the show on Monday of Joe Biden, President Biden, talking to the steel workers about his uncle that was in the war.
No, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh! So he said that his uncle parachuted down in New Guinea, and they never recovered his body because there's a lot of cannibals there. he implied that his uncle's plane was shot down or something. He parachuted down, he landed, and they ate him. And the prime minister or whatever leader of New Guinea, Papua New Guinea, was not very happy with that. He wasn't too pleased that he was calling them a bunch of cannibals. But
I can see why he might not like that.
But when I saw the story and I pulled up the page and I printed it and then I clicked play, it took so long to get to the juice of that story. But the journey there was very just. My uncle,
I want to hear more about this corn pop guy. Have you heard him talking about corn pop ever?
Not in a while.
Who's corn pop?
I remember corn pop.
There was some story where Joe Biden was talking about this street thug named Corn Pop.
That growing up or something, we had to see. We called him Corn Pop,
and he was like, "You don't know what's what. You don't know if any of this is actually true."
Corn Pop sounds like what you call a grandfather that has cheesy jokes.
He's like, me and Corn Pop out on the streets. What is happening
Corn
here?
Pop and law enforcement out there running around.
And they have to rope that guy in because Joe Biden has a propensity to say all sorts of stuff. I remember he had an awkward encounter with a 7-Eleven owner, and he's like, sure seems like a lot of Indians own these 7-Elevens, huh? It's call it a Haji Mart or something like that. I don't know. It's very weird. There's always something like that going on. But here we go. Now, when he walks, they're going to flank around him with more people so he can't see, and everybody will think he's young and fit and totally with it right now. I don't know if this is good or bad. Mo, you a milk drinker? I know that's a weird question for me to ask you.
No, I mean, that's pretty personal. I don't know if I can get into that.
I'm sorry to do it right here on the show.
You whole milk, Moses? You skim?
I don't really drink milk, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it.
You don't drink milk at all, Josh?
No, it's disgusting.
Okay, milk is weird. I'm with you on that. I like it because I started drinking it as a kid. But I can see how if you were in another country, you'd be like, they drink milk out of cows over there?
Or cats.
Or cats. You can milk anything with nipples. Yeah, you can get the job done.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Right now, no matter what cap of milk you're going for these days, or if you're like me and you're hitting the Fairlife tap, that's the good stuff. You need to know this. The U.S. FDA is saying about 1 in 5 commercial milk samples tested positive for bird flu traces. So what does that mean? About 1 in 5 samples of commercial milk. Well, it's got at least some of it, but the second part doesn't make any sense. So follow along here with me. About 1 in 5 samples of commercial milk in the U.S. tested positive for traces of bird flu in a national survey, with a greater proportion, coming from areas with infected herds. There's no evidence that the milk poses a danger or that a live virus is present, the regulator said. So if they tested positive, but there's no live virus in there, I guess it's just like it exists, but it's not a threat to anybody. Sounds bad. The agency said if the milk is heated to a specific temperature, it remains safe for human consumption. I'm not heating up my milk. I don't know about you guys.
Boil all your milk.
I have not made that a thing that I've put on the agenda just yet. We do have some dispatches to get to here, Mo, including somebody, Mo Manji, the realtor, says he knows a question that we forgot that we were supposed to ask you.
Sweet.
I don't know.
Do my job, brother.
Yeah, right. I mean, I remember saying it, but then again, maybe I didn't. Maybe I just completely made that part up because there's a lot of weeks that just run into each other over here. Hang on. On top of everything else, I'm having some issues with the website.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Is it broken?
No,
is it
it's not,
Amazon again?
It's not broken. It's not Amazon. I don't know what it is, but I shall fix it as I talk here and get everything back up and running. Okay, bingo. Here's Mo Manji, the realtor, with the dispatch.
Hey, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. The question you guys forgot about Mo to ask Mo was that if somebody filed a lawsuit, class action lawsuit, the first person to file it, do they get more money than everybody else, or do they get the same amount?
Buddy. All right. I mean, who's winning right now?
That has already been answered because it was addressed earlier. And basically, Mo's answer, if I can say this, Mo, is that the attorneys make the money off a class action lawsuit.
Basically.
They're the ones who do the most off of this. The big fat money goes into their pockets. Let's go over to Winking Llama talking about class action lawsuits.
What's up, junkies?
Hey. Oh, man.
No. Leave us hanging.
On the conversation of class action.
Oh, man. I'm having major problems over here. I don't know what's happening.
Is something wrong with your internet?
No, I don't think so, but it could be. Let me try it again.
What's up, junkies?
Hey.
On the conversation of class action lawsuits, I really think it would be beneficial for all of us to form one for male lower back tattoos.
Yeah.
And men with teeny tiny hands. I don't trust either one of them.
Swing and a miss,
serious
sir.
thing, folks. Let's get on board, please.
You tried to hurt my feelings, but you failed miserably because past all those memes. Those aren't bothering me right now. But I will do one more. And maybe this hits me in the feels. Here's Bald Death Dealer.
Hey, news junkies.
Hey.
Not sure if you have mentioned this yet today since I haven't had a chance to tune into the show since I've been stuck in our Friday staff meetings. But have you seen what happened at the Oceanside Pier? Apparently the end of it caught fire where the old Ruby's restaurant used to be.
I don't know about that.
The main reason why the Oceanside Pier holds a place dear to my heart, other than having visited it maybe
Let's see.
time.
Did he have sex? We're about to find out.
It's because the amphitheater right next to the pier is where they filmed the last scene of Bring It On, where it was supposed to be sunny Florida, Daytona specifically. But nope, it's Oceanside.
Really? Bring It On? You said Bring It On? Of all the movies,
Was
I
that
thought
a
he was going to
cheerleading
reference.
movie?
Yes, I think so, right?
Apparently he's a big Bring It On fan.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
Man, can't blame him.
I was
That's
more
why-
into Step Up.
That's why he didn't have sex under the pier.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was a drumline guy. That was that who was in
Nick
drumline?
Cannon.
Nick Cannon. That's right.
Before
God
all the
almighty.
kids.
I know.
There was a scene in Drumline that makes musicians cringe.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've told you about it before. It's when he's playing the snare drum, and there is supposed to be some device that is notating everything that he plays and just printing it out as he plays it, which I've never heard of such a thing to start with. But when you look at the sheet music, the notes are all over the place. Snare drum only has one tone. There's only one note. So it's just like, oh gosh, I'm sure like somebody who's never been in the music industry, never played an instrument is probably like, oh, that's super cool. What a great movie. Nick Cannon's such a good drummer. But any musician that saw that went, that is super cringe. Why would they do that?
All the music nerds lose their minds. And speaking of music nerds, I saw a major fight in that world, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. That plus you with your dispatches and a whole lot more coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities have blocked some lanes due to a brush fire on Orange Avenue between Clay Avenue and Orlando Avenue. On I-4 this afternoon, there's stop-and-go traffic eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. Slowdowns on the Greenway northbound between John Young Parkway and Orange Blossom Trail. If you see any traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
What could you do in 15 minutes? How about a premium oil change? At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, our certified technicians will guide you in, use only premium products, and get you back out on the road in no time. Quick, easy, trusted. That's Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Join us for iHeartRadio Live with John Bon Jovi. Legendary. Celebrating Thank You, Good Night. The Bon Jovi Story. Presented by Hulu.
I wanted everybody to tell their story.
Featuring an exclusive interview.
And for the rest of us to see it when it was put together.
Watch it now on iHeartRadio's YouTube channel.
Presented by Hulu, where you can stream your favorite shows, hit movies, original series, animation, and of course, the exclusive 4-part event. Thank You, Good Night. The Bon Jovi Story. Now streaming only on Hulu.
Need a reboot? RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. This month I'll help you reboot your old ride and save up to $8,000 on a new Mitsubishi. So if you've been dreaming of driving a new RC Hill Mitsubishi, don't get your wires crossed, because my team works hard every day and that's what makes us different. But hurry, a deal this good will shut down fast. I'm RC Hill and I'm your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. See all my trendy rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people. Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage. N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
The Heat of the Moment Tour. Starring Asia. Saturday, July 20th, 7 p.m. Hard Rock Live Orlando. Asia Live with Focus. Founding member of Wishbone Ash, Martin Turner. And Curved Air. All with the original band leaders. Together in one night. On sale at Hard Rock Live Box Office and Ticketmaster. Don't miss Asia.
Enjoying the news, Junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Discover a career that matters at the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Be part of an innovative team delivering world-class health care and benefits to America's veterans. Enjoy robust benefits, work-life balance, and career development opportunities. Join a diverse and inclusive community that values your unique background and skills. A community where nearly 1 in 3 of your colleagues are veterans themselves. Apply now at vacareers.va.gov.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 27th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
ePass saves you time and money on tolls. Plus, the sticker's free. Facts that Jen here didn't know.
Hey man, why are you dragging me into this?
Because you could be saving on tolls with a free ePass sticker.
Okay, I'll do it when I get home and maybe I'll win that $100 in free tolls.
Wait, what?
You didn't know that, Mr. Big Voice Guy? One person today, now through May 5th, will win $100 in tolls. Just sign up for a free ePass sticker at getepass.com.
See getepass.com for official rules and details.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had Leaf Filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/beacon first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/beacon to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
It's Orlando City is back at home this Saturday, April 27th at 7:30 p.m., taking on Toronto FC, presented by OUC, the reliable one. Tune in on Real Radio 104.1 and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Don't forget to tune in an hour before the match at 6:30 p.m. to catch Kickoff Minus 60, airing exclusively on the Lion Nation app. OUC, the reliable one, is proud to be the exclusive electric and water utility partner of Orlando City Soccer Club. The hometown utility is proud to support its hometown soccer team. Visit www.ouc.com to learn more about OUC's reliable electric and water services. Go City.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow, guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Graham Class, host of Technically Speaking, an Intel podcast. Join me for Season 2 as we explore the future of technology evolving today. In each episode, I'll speak with the minds transforming medicine, healthcare, retail, entertainment, personal computing, and more with the help of AI. Join me every other Tuesday and explore the latest technology changing our world today and creating a more accessible tomorrow. Listen to Technically Speaking, an Intel podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, FUN. F-U-N, fun. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
And thanks to Josh for stepping up today.
I agree.
And just bringing grade A talent to the plate here. Although I must say, if you are a Secret Show subscriber, you're going to hear him in an absolute death spiral in the latest Secret Show, right? In my estimation,
I don't know what you're talking about.
This was the biggest blow up that has happened in the history of Secret Shows, Moses. And
should I listen to this? It's part of his performance review.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I know that he woke up. He
You
woke
can
up.
listen as his attorney or his employer. I don't know which one would be worse.
It might be problematic on both sides, but it's definitely one that you need to check out. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and you can subscribe to Secret Shows. I'll be posting that about 5 o'clock-ish today. Nicole says, Sabrina off again. I want her job. Sabrina is off for her birthday. We decided that we'd give her the day off. She didn't even ask for it. But thought it would be nice because usually we get the day after our birthday off on this show. Nobody wants to go to work after just doing that sort of damage to your body.
I like working on my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
It's always
But
fun. It's always a
not
very
the day
positive
after,
day,
right?
You know, sometimes it's not the greatest. Man,
These days, you're not rolling hard these days.
Not like I used to, but I have in the past had some doozy day after birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
There was one before the show started when I produced the Saturday afternoon sports show. It started at 2 p.m. and I almost didn't make it there, and I was dry
2
heaving the entire time. And then there was the infamous one, I think our first year on the show, where you were with me.
Yeah.
And we ended up shirtless at the bar. There's a picture of all of us.
That was so late, too.
Yeah. Oh, and that was the other funny part. So you told your significant other at the time that we got back like probably 11 or 12-ish or something. It wasn't that bad. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm sure that's a slight lie, but I don't know what time really all the fun ended. And then I saw a picture of us with overturned bar stools behind us.
Yeah.
meaning we closed that sucker down.
So I had like a 4-hour period of time that I just completely did not remember.
But the day after that birthday was probably one of my worst days. It was that was the one where I kept trying to like take naps during the breaks, and I got even though I had the booth where I'm like up, in a high stool, I got like a rolling chair because it like laid back, and it was rough.
Here's the thing though, I think that C-Lane is gone. I think, long live that C-Lane, but I think he's gone. Now you got Jackson in your life. You got a son. You're a dad of a 6-month-old kid. And I even heard you saying today, he's got a new thing. He's like, I want to go to the breweries, because to have a little kid with you at a brewery is not weird.
Socially acceptable.
Yes. People are like, this is normal. Now, if you go to like a
crack house,
smoky bar, you go somewhere where there's like a jazz band playing and the smell of weed in the air, and you have your little kid with you, people are going to judge.
I had him, it's weird because then I think of things like, we were in New Smyrna a couple weekends ago. It was the day of the women's basketball final game, the one where they won. And we were at a place watching the game, and then we would go to leave, and there was someone smoking outside, and I was like, do I just like walk him through this really fast, or I'm not crossing the street to get away from this. That seems a little much.
No, he's got to get adjusted to all that stuff, right?
But those are like weird things that pop in my head now.
Babies can have a little bit of smoke.
Yeah. In fact, I think it's bad not to have a little bit of smoke.
Yeah, you got to get those early cigarettes in.
You've all seen those kids who they didn't ever get sick, and then all of a sudden they're just like scraggly little kids with garbage immune systems. You got to get a little dirt on it. You got to get a little sick when you're
I feel like
little.
we should really consult a pediatrician on this.
No, I'm going to go with my gut here, Mo. Yeah. And my flawless experience.
Moses, you've met
being a
Dylan.
father.
That works.
Yeah.
Got a lot of questions for that kid.
Guess what? He got to the finish line, Mo. All right? He got 18 years old. I somehow did it.
You do know that's not the end, right? Well, you do. You do. I know you. We know you do.
This is a legal required.
Your wallet for sure knows that 18 is not the finish line.
Oh yeah. So great kid though, a really really good kid, and
nice guy,
and
fun dude.
You could see how good my fatherly ideas are just by how successful he is. Anybody watching Baby Reindeer on Netflix yet? I keep seeing more and more stories about
Not
this.
yet.
No.
Nope.
It's a weird one, but people are saying that it's super bingeable, and because it's like a true crime thing, there's a huge audience for it. And it's about this Scottish actor Richard Gadd, who had a stalker, like an old lady stalker. You don't hear about that as much. I feel like most stalkers are like guys that are stalking a female celebrity. And in this case, it was like an old lady who was stalking this guy, and it was a serious thing, and it was very freaky. And now this has been so explosive. We've talked about it a couple of times this week, and they said there was more than one person who was after this guy. But I think yesterday the story was he had to shut down all the armchair detectives trying to find out who was responsible for all of this.
He wanted people to stop, like, because they were making the wrong guesses, I think.
Yeah, everybody kept saying, well, what if this person? What if this person? And people who had done nothing wrong kept getting caught up in the attention. Tammy on YouTube says, creator of the show says to stop paying so much attention to Baby Reindeer. Yeah, he's saying that, but he also doesn't want to say that flat out because he wants people to watch the show. You know, he wants people to enjoy the series, and he kind of wants the hype to go on.
If I were Netflix, I'd be like, what the hell, man? We put your show on. It's doing great. Why are you telling people to stop paying attention to it?
Yeah, when you watch these kind of shows, Mo, in terms of if somebody is like following you around, bothering you, showing up at your house, are the laws against stalkers in the United States just not that good? Or what's the problem that allows this to fester so much?
I mean, it's difficult to prove stalking a lot of times. So, you know, when you talk about like a stalking injunction, typically it's one of the more difficult injunctions to get because you have to show that someone's taking a repeated act for no legitimate purpose.
Okay.
And so a lot of times people just come into court, the stalker, and they'll lie for whatever reason. So, yeah, I've had cases before where I'm pretty sure the guy was stalking this girl, but he was like, oh, I was trying to deliver her Christmas present, which, again, borderline. But,
Right.
there the judge could kind of say, well, That seems like a legitimate purpose, now that she's got the Christmas present, or she says she doesn't want the Christmas present, leave her alone. Right. It'll be over. So those are the kind of issues that kind of come up that we see. And then, of course, even if you enter a stalking injunction against somebody and, the courts say stay, 500 feet away from this person, well, a lot of stalkers don't really care what the law says, and they violate it, and they're crazy people.
Right.
And then bad things happen. And, the cops have to get there before something bad happens and arrest the person once they violate the injunction. But a lot of times that bad thing still happens.
Yeah, that's the toughest part of all this. It's so crazy. And the idea in some cases where you have to almost wait till somebody commits a crime to get something done. And also,
does there have to be an issue for you to get an injunction or a restraining order?
Does there have to be a what?
Does there have to be
a crime?
A crime or
there doesn't have to be a
issue?
crime. No. There doesn't have to be a crime. So, if someone's stalking you, or even for domestic violence, there doesn't necessarily have to be. Someone doesn't have to be arrested. They could be arrested, but they don't have to be.
Do I have to know the guy? Can I get a restraining order on some stranger?
Just some rando?
Yeah, absolutely could be a rando that you don't know.
Steve Smith can no longer come near me.
I want to do that, and then I want to get close to Steve Smith and be like, you need to back away from me. I have an injunction against you. You would rock somebody's world.
Get him arrested.
If you did that. Yeah, that would be a whole thing. I think what happens sometimes, Mo, is let's say the example that you gave of a stalking case like that. You go in front of a judge, right? And you're trying to get some sort of injunction. But those cases are super complicated. You're like,
they can be.
Your Honor, okay, this person has been harassing my client, and there's no reason for them to be near them, but they show up at all these places. It's like a whole thing. And I feel like the judge would have to see you in front of them a couple of times and be like, okay.
Yeah, that certainly happens. And sometimes people leave weird notes, and then there's also issues with rules of evidence, of course, what's admissible in the hearing or in court. But I've had stalking cases before where the person thought they were being stalked, but it was like, oh, well, I saw a blue Toyota, and the person who I think is stalking me drives a blue Toyota, and the judge will go, well, did you see the person in the car? Well, no, but I think it was his car. Well, we haven't proven anything there, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a million blue Toyotas. So, those are kind of some of the issues you see.
Wow. And for famous people or people, this person wasn't even that famous when it started happening. That's the craziest part about it. It becomes a major issue. Tracy Claus says, with the amount of Mo merch I own, I kind of feel like a stalker. That's allowed, though.
Yes.
That's allowed.
We want that.
Yeah. That's acceptable. We can do that for sure. Okay, we're going to get into...
When you said this person isn't even that famous, you think people that fall into that category get annoyed when they hear that? Like, oh, come on, this guy, he's not even that famous.
I'm saying that, okay, this is going to be a little controversial.
We calling old people who have roommates losers again?
Oh, Moses.
But they still are. They still are, all right? So if that burnt you, you'd still be burnt about it. I think this is a fact.
Somebody guessed that's why you were gone on Monday, because you got in trouble for saying that.
Nobody said anything to me about that. I tripled down on it, all right? Triple down. But here's what I think in this case. This stalker was the greatest thing that ever happened to this guy. Okay? Because otherwise, no one would care. Wouldn't be a TV show. There wouldn't be anybody talking about it, the stand-up from this person. The stalker was the greatest thing that ever happened to this guy. Yeah, it would be just a blip out there. But now, you get a stalker, and I'm not saying I want a stalker. I'm not trying to, pick one up out of nowhere.
Yep.
If you're...
That's why we're at the studio.
Are there... Is there such a thing that there are stalkers out there with nobody to stalk? They're just waiting to free agents?
Lonely stalkers.
Just a stalk agent just waiting to pick somebody up?
Wouldn't the free agent be the stalkie?
I guess so. I don't know. It could be. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Friday and send you into the weekend. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Later today on the Jim Colbert Show, we'll talk food with Fayez Carr in Primetime Kitchen. Candace will give us some rich tips. Plus, today is our last pair of Dave Matthews tickets to see him in Tampa. And 4 shots to win $1,000. All that, your calls, texts, and talkbacks later today.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey
there, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast for this Friday. And we're expecting gorgeous weather as we head into the weekend. This afternoon, we'll expect highs to climb into the mid-80s for much of Central Florida with a high of 85 degrees in Orlando with a good amount of sunshine. For this weekend, we'll expect a southeasterly wind to kick in. That will create a breezy but cooler weekend, but highs still in the low 80s for both Saturday and Sunday before 90s return next week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Cracker Barrel. It pays to be early because at Cracker Barrel, you can get early dinner deals weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. That includes their signature meatloaf, home-style chicken, and more, starting at just $8.99. So make tonight an early dinner night.
Let's watch TV.
What do you want to watch?
Big Bang.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
It's Big May on CW18.
Every night at 7 o'clock.
Bang, bang. And it doesn't get any bigger than the Big Bang.
Sounds like a party.
Did someone say party? Party's my middle name.
Let the good times roll.
Are you having fun?
Oh, yeah, this is it.
The Big Bang Theory. Weeknights at 7, 7:30, and 11. Part of Big May on CW18.
Still funny.
I know!
From sunrise to sunset, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered. Mornings from 7 to 10. Start your day with Central Florida's most accurate forecast from First Warning meteorologist Kelly Ann Klass.
You'll always have a clear view of what's ahead.
Then tonight at 10, get caught up and know what's happening now with Stuart, Michelle, Tony, and Darren.
It's all in a day's work, and our work never stops.
AM or PM, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing and the movies.
Everything that we are doing is incredibly data-driven. We are getting signals in every single day about how specific audiences are performing. So although we're marketing at a very broad scale, and that does include specific local markets, that's really the beauty of iHeart's network. You're not serving the same message to a consumer in Nashville necessarily that you may be in New York. You have the ability to be very specific and very personalized, but at a tremendous scale.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Nervous about investing in college savings right now? Florida Prepaid has a plan for you. Our 529 prepaid plans are 100% risk-free because they're backed by the state of Florida, so you can never lose your investment. And now, prepaid plans start at just $34 a month. Open enrollment only happens once a year, so don't miss your chance to lock in the lowest prepaid plan prices in 10 years. Florida Prepaid open enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
See the Guests, featuring songstress Lucy Woodward and creative pianist Henry Hay as they perform classics and originals in Dr. Phelps Center's newest and most intimate music room, Judson's Live, on May 2nd through the 4th. Eat, drink, and discover new artists across all genres in this stylish space inspired by the world's most legendary listening rooms. Order from a menu of unrivaled cocktails and shareable plates while you're here. Get your tickets now to see the Guests May 2nd through 4th in Judson's Live at drphillipscenter.org.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
HOA and condo board members, it pays to have fiber. Let Blue Stream Fiber show you how fiber internet provides revenue for communities while saving up to 50% off retail rates. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio to find out more.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
Which, just in case you didn't know, you can join the News Junkie fan Discord, where it's just like a chat. It's like a giant community for the fans of the show. I know they have like some big camp out thing that they're doing soon, so you can find that and all the information over on thenewsjunkie.com. Just scroll down to where you see Discord. But they were talking about Josh's performance last night. They said you were on fire on Secret Shows. I didn't know. I don't know if you were on fire. I didn't know you had it in you, honestly.
I don't remember.
Why not?
I had a traumatic brain injury, TBI.
Yeah, he's kind of talking about that.
For that?
Yes, I do. Please.
This is going to be the last Secret Show ever. This is going to fall apart for me financially here. Just be a mess. If you want to see what went down, I'd encourage you to jump into the world of uncensored Secret Shows. This one will be posted a little bit later on this afternoon.
You remember what you said to me, Josh?
Sure, yeah, totally. And I feel deeply bad about it.
He has no idea. But Josh said something about C-Lane, and it went over for a minute, but then it was like, how long have you been waiting to say that?
Yeah, it's because we gave him the opportunity to roast me.
Yes.
And then he had something like that immediately to say. I was like,
Moses, his argument was that he can do like a visual scan of somebody in 5 seconds, and we don't have it in us.
An ocular pat down.
Yeah, he does an ocular pat down. And he knows exactly how to roast somebody, and C-Lane and I do not have this in us. We're not able to do it.
This is his superpower.
Yes, this is Josh's superpower, according to him, of course. It got contentious and it was pretty funny. It's a thing. So check it out. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and you'll see all the information about Secret Shows, and that'll be up a little bit later today. We're going to do the final dispatches, the stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Friday. I know I did see that in Universal Studios Hollywood, we don't have it here. I don't know if we ever did have it. You guys might know a little bit more about the lore of Universal Studios. Did we ever have the tram ride here? Or
we had the backlot ride, I think.
Did we?
Or no. That was that MGM?
That might have been Disney, yeah, because I don't remember it. I don't remember it being at Universal.
No, I think the closest we had was that earthquake ride. That was a tram, but I don't think we had an actual tram ride.
Because at Universal Studios in Los Angeles, they have the thing that you get on, and it drives you through all the places where they filmed Back to the Future. And
yeah, I don't remember that here. I remember that. I think MGM had that.
Yeah, I think they have it on their actual back lot, and so that's why they were able to do it out in Los Angeles. And the vehicle that they drive around in for that ride, because it is kind of a ride at Universal Studios Hollywood, crashed and left 15 people injured.
What?
And
how fast does it go?
I don't think it goes that fast, but
just 6.5 miles an hour.
Here's what I think happens. If you are in an accident at Universal Studios and there's 15 people on the ride.
Oh, it's hurt.
I think 15 people get injured, right? And I think 15 people lawyer up, right? Because
also those things don't have seat belts, I don't think. So you're probably flying all over the place, even if it is a low speed crash.
And it smashed into something. And they said, since the incident, the Murrieta family claims park officials have downplayed the severity of the crash and the victims' injuries. They said it was mass hysteria. It was incredibly dark at the scene. There were victims all over the place screaming, mass hysteria. People were holding up their flashlights trying to figure out what was going on. They were just passing the Jurassic Park exhibit when making a left turn, and they hit a metal guardrail. When you see it, it looks like they just kind of like hit a metal guardrail. But these people are like, it was pandemonium. And they've got mental anguish and all of these issues.
Well, those dinosaurs from Jurassic Park probably came out or chasing them.
Yeah, right. It got real fast. How often do these big places like a Disney World, a Universal Studios, How often do they get sued? Is it on the daily?
It's pretty frequent, I would say.
They have they're such a big target.
Well, any place that has thousands of people coming through it on a daily basis, there's going to be people who are injured, and sometimes it's the negligence of the theme park. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you just have that many people coming through, it's just a numbers game, right? So, and you have young kids working, people driving trams who apparently don't know how to drive a tram, whatever it may be.
Into things.
Yeah, I mean, these things, accidents are going to happen.
Oh, man.
I always wonder about those accidents in a situation where you drive the same route over and over and over and over. How do you mess it up?
And it's not automated? It's not like on a track or something?
You would think that they would automate a lot of this stuff at some point.
Yeah, because now they've made, I don't know if you guys have been on any rides that use this, but they have rides that you get in the little cart and there's no track. It's just it's programmed to go in the place where it needs to go.
Yeah.
So there's no track that you're on, but it still keeps you in perfect spot like you're on a track. I just think when people get hurt at a theme park, they are, just pretend like your neck is hurt. Sunset John says, nobody dies on Disney property.
This is your advice?
Yes.
Fake injuries is your advice.
No, don't fake injuries, but if your neck hurts, lean into it a little bit,
What happened?
Is there any truth to the thing where people always say over and over, nobody dies on Disney property?
I don't know if they've ever admitted to this being a rule, but most of the time the death is not declared until the body's taken off site.
Yeah, it's just about how they process
at least at one point. Maybe they've kind of laid off of that, but.
All right, let's see what we got going on with our final dispatches today on the show and for the week. We appreciate you hanging out with us all week. And Jazzy Josh wants to tell us about that reindeer show. You, too, can join the show with your comments. It's super easy to do. All you have to do is go over to the website. And I talked to Dispatch Dan because his dispatch sounded so good yesterday. I was like, where did you do that? And he said he just did it on his computer. So you don't have to be on your phone to make that happen. You can do it from anything with a microphone. And once again, I'm having issues with the website, so I'm trying to make this longer and longer. Sealand, how are you doing over there?
Good. I'm enjoying some Jimmy John's.
Are you? Yeah. Must be nice.
Editing some audio.
Everything waited till the very tail end of the week, like right as I'm about to shut everything down. It's like that's the time when everything wants to go south on me, and I got to restart the whole system.
Biden's America.
All right, I'm doing it. Here's the Jazzy Josh talking about the reindeer show.
Yeah, I watched the trailer for that reindeer show last night, and I don't know if I can do it, man. Why couldn't they have picked better-looking actors? Because that chick is blah.
But it's the actual guy that it happened to. He's the main person.
Should have happened to a more attractive person.
Yeah,
That's what he's saying.
good God. Why'd this guy even have a stalker? Chaos says, I'll be your stalker, Sean.
Sup, news junkie.
Hey.
C-Lane. Sup.
Hey.
Josh. How you doing, gorgeous?
I'm
How
good.
you doing?
I'm good.
Don't
How are
feed
you?
into his head.
Sean, if you want stock, consider yourself stocked, buddy. I'm not putting any effort into it. The most I'm going to do is send you dispatches just because, too much effort. Who wants to put effort into that?
You can't be a lazy stalker, Chaos. It requires a lot of time and attention.
I'm trying to think of what would make a lazy stalker. It's really, you have to do it. You have to do the work.
Yeah, you got to put the work in. And it's like life-consuming in many cases. So kudos to them for that. I mean, not for anything else. All the other stuff is really bad and terrible, but at least that. Here's Tired Mom. It says News Junkie Love.
So I had lunch with a friend of mine today that I haven't seen in probably like 10 years or more.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to tell her a story about something I heard on the radio, my favorite show that I listen to every day from 11 to 3. And she says, the News Junkies? And I said, yes. We are News Junkie lovers. Happy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, guys.
All right. Thank you, Tired Mom. Appreciate that.
Love you too.
And, spread the word all you can. You may have known this earlier if you would have shared the show. You should have been like, I listened to that show already. And then boom.
It was a really nice dispatch, and you sound like you're coming down on her for it.
No, great. It's great. It's all great. And I love you, and I appreciate your commentary.
But do better next time.
But do better next time, yes.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
All right, last one. Here is Floridian Kelly.
Good afternoon, News Junkies.
Hey.
Happy belated birthday, Sabrina.
Thank you.
Mr. Wasson, just so you know, all milk that is pasteurized is heated to kill the bacteria.
All right.
Otherwise, it is called raw milk.
Oh, so now is the time where you definitely don't get the raw milk.
Yeah.
You stay away from that stuff. Because people get that, they sell it like it's drugs. You get some more money on the streets for the raw stuff. But apparently some dangers come along with it. Let's do the stories that did make the cuts, and many of them did today. Threads has launched a new feature. Is anybody still on Threads? You guys?
No.
I accidentally hit it every once in a while.
I'll see a thread that they put on Instagram, and I'll go, just curious enough, and I'll click it, and it'll be like, got to update your app and go through all those damn things. And guess what? That's it. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to get the hell out of here. I've had enough. I'm done for, Moses. I appreciate you being here.
Oh, thank you.
We always love you and love spending time with you. Don't forget, injured on the go, just call Mo. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Friday, April 26, 2024. Here we go, gentlemen. Moses, just jump in, beat them to the answers here. Today I Learned this song right here.
The greatest gift of all.
Lots of people singing together. Many famous
We Are the World.
That's right. We Are the World is correct. When the artists arrived to record We Are the World, Stevie Wonder told them if the song wasn't finished in one take, he and Ray Charles would drive them home. The Ray Charles part, a little more frightening, a
Good
little
one,
bit
Stevie.
alarming. He seems like a good time. I tried to do this yesterday, but I didn't actually get it all out. So let me do it here once more so we can actually learn this.
Oh, hold on. How did I interrupt it yesterday?
I forgot.
Okay.
I don't know what it was.
I'll do it again.
Today I learned piranhas are typically peaceful scavengers.
Unless
Now
you
I know.
buy them and put them in your fish tank at 55 West.
That's exactly what happened. Their reputation is based on a story from Teddy Roosevelt. The local Amazonians wanted to oppress Teddy Roosevelt, so they starved the fish for a week, and then they fed him a cow, and everybody thought, oh, my God, these piranha things are super, super frightening. And they eat everything, but they don't really. They eat chicken and stuff. I had some. I'm just admitting it now. Today I learned this guy right here.
Phil Collins.
That's right. Phil Collins is correct. The Phil Collins album, No Jacket Required, is named after an incident in a Chicago restaurant where Phil Collins was denied admittance. He later appeared on TV and denounced the restaurant, and they sent him a sport coat and apology saying he could come back wearing whatever he wanted. Why? Because he's famous. It's a lot easier when
That's
you
the way
are.
to do it. Nice.
All right, Mo, we'll see you next time.
Have a good weekend.
Josh, thanks again.
You're welcome.
Thank you for listening. We'll be back on
Chop
Monday,
liver
same
over here.
time,
It's fine. It's
same
cool.
place. You're part of the show. You did a great job as always. Miss the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you next time, everybody.